Hello everyone, Tactical Lich here, and welcome back to another Wednesday Faction Wars. Today we are moving into a Swiss format, because it seems like everyone can have a bit more games instead of getting eliminated in the first round and just not having any more action going. So yeah, oh wait, hold on. Seems like there's a little bit of tournament admin. Okay, cool. Hold on. Somebody couldn't have. Seems to be having difficulties in locating their opponents. Give me a second. Where is Power Jam? Hold on. Wait, the Power Jam. I swear where did Power Jam go in? Hold on. Oh, hey, Andaline. Hey, Skyren. Do you guys know where Power Jam? Oh. Okay. Looks like Sigos managed to locate his opponent, or his opponent showed up. So okay, we should be good to go. Yeah, I think it's just Power Jam disappeared for a bit on the Discord server. For some reason he can't be pinged. But either ways, we should be good to go. I'm just gonna send my invitation code to my opponent. Hopefully nobody jumps in and intercepts that that other slot in the room. Okay, anyways, yeah, we're just gonna be chilling for a bit and waiting for our opponent to show up. We are playing as Nurgle today, just because I was like, I haven't played a Chaos faction for a long time, and might as well just give the Nurgle army a go, because yeah, it's another, it's just, I haven't played much in here with Nurgle, honestly. Somir is playing as Korn, Skybrand, so yes, we do have some Korn players here. Yeah. But other than that, we're just chilling. Okay, looks like Change Soldier has shown up. We are gonna figure out some ways to counter the Skaven army, which, we are Nurgle, so we're not exactly the speedy type of attacker. Alright, nah, I'm not gonna go with Hesagor. I'm just gonna go with a few of these Nurglings and maybe maybe I should get someone dirt cheap and call it a day. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just go for Festus. And just not bring anything interesting other than Rancid Visitations, and Fleshy Abundance. That's just these two spells. Yeah, I'll get Children of Nurgle actually. I won't bother with Fleshy Abundance. Just a miasma of Stream of Corruption and Rancid Visitation, and just his auras are probably, hopefully enough. I don't freaking know. I haven't played Nurgle for a long time, so I honestly don't know. Wait, hold on. Can we just bring a full Nurgle team? Some kind of well, not exactly full demon army, but full monster-ish demon/monster army. Yeah, maybe we can do something like that. No humans army mostly. I mean, spawns were humans once before, but yeah, do they really count at this point? Well, I don't think so. Yeah. I think we're good, right? Yeah, it's just that, bring that on. I'm sure this is not a I'm sure this is nowhere near a meta build, but you know what, this looks kind of funny, so I'm just gonna bring it, because why the hell not? What else? Oh man, I just need a little bit more money. Oh, well, whatever. We'll just bring these guys and some hounds, and then we still have some money left, so might as well just bring this and just call it a day. Yeah, so a bunch of Vanguard deployment, probably just gonna get nuked by Poison Globes, and we just jump onto them. Regardless, we're done. We're good to go. Probably a shit army, but it is what it is. We're just memeing a bit. got ran suddenly I won't be playing. I accidentally started maining Dom. Oh no! Don't go! Don't leave us! We need more players in Conquest and land battles and all. But yeah, it's fair. That's fair. How is the balance in domination, anyways? Because I haven't played domination at all since land battles and Conquest came on. So I was just wondering, like, it seems like there's a lot more active players on the domination mode these days. And but I'm not too familiar with that side of things. I personally haven't really dabbled in there these days. So yeah, I just curious about how the game plays. Like, is this the respawning mechanic still a very dominating factor in the battle? Are there any mechanics that are being abused in the balance, that sort of stuff? Oh shit, I forgot to change the map. That was my bad. But yeah. I mean, I mostly just still plays domination. No, I mean, I still mostly just play land battles and conquest. Mostly conquest these days. Just because we avoid a lot of rule enforcement issues when we're playing in conquest. But yeah, just wondering, like, yeah. Yeah, and I forgot to change the map, but it looks like my opponent doesn't really have a problem with that, so I'm just gonna play with this map right here. Whatever. Yeah, we'll just dump in a bunch of frogs, the plate toads, and yeah. And some... We're just trying to go full rush at this point. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen if my opponent suddenly bring out a bunch of storm vermin in the back. I don't have anything specifically to counter them, so all I have is Stream of Corruption and the Mortis engine from from this little guy here, Festus. From Festus, just trying to use his aura, his potions, to elixirs or whatever it's called, to good effect. But I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, cool. I think we're good to go. I just gonna put him on. Yeah, put him on. All right, ready to go. Ready when you are. But yeah, I do notice that Domination seems to have a lot more players these days, especially like streamers like Turin and Anticity have been doing very regular tournament events and streams all over the past few months. But I haven't really got the time to investigate to try them out myself, unfortunately. Would be fun to try out a few times though, and see if Dom like I used to have some like the first impression. My first impression against Domination wasn't that great because at the same time they took away land battles. But I'm curious how it plays these days. So there's that. Anyways, let's just go in. Oh no! Oh no! There's a single entity spam that I'm totally not equipped to deal with. Oh no! It's a lot of melee units that I am. Yeah. See, these Nurglings are so screwed. All right, let's just go in, man. I don't really have much to. Alright, let's just go in and start punching them. Oh! That's a lot of stuff! That's a lot of stuff! Alright, we can just stick around with... Oh, sorry about the noise. I think somebody's doing some construction near my house or something. Alright, we are trying to punch down stuff. Alright, we'll just stay away from those missiles at the same time. There's no need to take on those fights right now. All you need to do is just maybe surround stuff in the middle and punch them down. We do have a lot of healing available on our end. Oh, right. Oh, shit. Alright, let's just turn that on again. Oh, no. Oh, right. Alright. We are getting slapped with, the cooldown thing. I forgot what it's called, but, yeah. Alright, let's just, Stream of Corruption that. Wait, why do you cast it here? Oh, wait, no, these are... That's the Plague Priest or something like that. Along those lines. Alright, let's just send in our Furies. They can come back and help out now. And I have not activated these Plague Toads, which is a problem here. We are offering some healing for our own blob of unbreakable stuff here. Though our breakable stuff, the fading away stuff, isn't doing too hot. This is not great. Alright, yeah. Festus, you can get out of... Can you get out of there for a bit? Alright, you guys can dive in. Just dive in. Everyone dive in. Everyone just dive in, man. Just dive in. Alright, yeah, our Plague Toads are going down. That's unfortunate, but Festus needs to go somewhere with support. Oh shit! All our. Do we have anything that comes in with a little bit more? We need a bit more help in handling some of those. Okay, let's just send those over and chase. Just keep pressuring those Night Runners. Yeah, let's just get a Fecundity on these guys. Festus? Run into support? Oh, okay, we don't have anything to give them support right now. That is not great at all. Not great at all. Festus is getting slapped. I mean, we are killing a lot of stuff on the field right now, but those are Skaven chat. Those don't matter. Wait, where is their character? Alright, yeah, let's just get some passive heals while we're getting pushed all over the place. That was weird. But yeah, we don't have really much time to deal with stuff on this end, because Festus obviously is not having a good time at all. No! No! Frogs, you're slow! You're too slow! Save Festus! Alright, everything just pile in on whatever monster blob there is right now, and be the meat shield that you are, and oh no. Can we slow him down and maybe let Festus escape a little bit better? Just come on, be a roadblock, man. You just need to block. You just come on. You all just need to block. Just block. Why is the Morse Guitar's alien still pushing through? Festus, why are you walking back into your fucking enemies? No. Go away! Stop doing this. Stop doing this dumb shit. Oh, Festus! Oh man, I just kind of forgot about everything. I was just trying to get Festus out of that mess, but oh, no, obviously Festus is just gonna stick to the mess, and yeah. Screw logic, right? Yeah, let's just jump some stuff onto there. We do have some resources remaining around the... Oh, since when do we have... Alright, let's just send those frogs over. We've got a lot of... Alright, Furies, just swarm. Swarm Grot, the unclean. And hopefully try to pin him down for a bit there. Oh god. Hello David, sorry about the background noise, because it seems like my neighbors are doing some construction work despite it being an evening already. It's weird, but anyways, looks like our lord is dead, which is not great, and their lord is still alive. I'm trying to just keep duking it out with those single entities there, obviously it's not going too well. With our Lord Dead. Lord Dead debuff is coming in quite annoying at this point. The Furies are going down, everything is dying. Oh, I need another fecundity and I need it soon. Those Night Runners are still shooting though. Can we? Yeah, we can send some spawns over to beat things up on this side. We still have the Nurglings ready to come back and help, I guess. Yeah, it's not great. You can see our balance of power is dropping because our Lord died. That is a tragic occurrence. Testis, despite having all the healing, is still not enough. And single entities are duking it out, but balance of power is not going in our favor. Not exactly in our favor. Yeah. Okay. As in, well, the balance of power looks even, but that's because we had a lead in balance of power earlier, and we're not having that right now. And Morgar's still alive. Alright, cool. Let's just send those guys over and just push them away. We have those guys coming over to hit that spot. And they have taken over the damn capture point from us. We just need some healing. I can use some healing right about now. Come on. Come on. Everything's fading away. No. Alright, whatever. Just drop some healing onto this blob and try to keep them alive in there, but no, everything suddenly we have a chain fade. That was not great. Everything just dies in there. Oh. Alright, let's just send over. These are summons, so we just need to fight them with yeah, it's just the kill spawns now who are trying desperately to beat down these single entities, but they're healing. They have healing and I don't. My healing died. Not that we have much of a healing to begin with, but yeah. Right. We just have to duke it out long enough. Another 2 minutes, and then we should be able to secure the game. But the question is, can we hold on another 2 minutes? Those spawns are on the verge of death. After all. Come on! Spawns! It's all on you guys. Oh wait, no, we have some Plague Toads who can come back here and maybe prepare for a last stand or something. Maybe I just need to delay these guys long enough. I mean, it's a little bit of awkward scenario. I need those spawns to stay in combat and just tie down the enemies, but they're also like my last hope to like hold on to the balance of power, which is not great for us right now. Alright, the spawns are still there. I just need... Oh, okay, they can deliver a bit of a rear charge, which is not bad. Okay, these guys can go and slap that Plague Priest. Right, I need to kill the Morscatar-Hellion. Yeah. Okay, there is a chain route coming in for the Skavens, but the Morgar... The Unclean is still there alive. Creature Killer has been popped to give them a bit more anti-large, but okay. Their main forces, like their main chaff forces, are still there lingering and not coming back yet. We're pummeling the Plague Priest, but we need something more. We need a bit more presence in the middle. Alright, you know what? You guys can jump over and give them a little charge. Okay. We're still holding on. Less than a minute now. Can we hold on to this? 40 more seconds. Come on. Oh man, I need that fecundity would come in so handy right now. Oh, I need that healing and I need it now. Oh, 10 more seconds. This is too close for comfort. Okay. The spawns are still holding and we still have the capture point. We have the majority of forces over here. All right, fecundity, let's go. Get everyone their heal. Yeah. Yes. Hold on. 15 more seconds. Wasn't Skaven banned? It was originally, but I also contemplated to just cancel it because the weekly banning was a way to prevent prevent the same finals being like the same faction and going into finals every week. But because we are doing Swiss format now, there's no more finals, there's no semifinals, that sort of stuff. So it's not like we're gonna see the same matchup in the finals every single time, right? So there's no more need for the weekly banning, and I'm thinking of removing it. Of course, it's still. I mean, it probably encourages people to play more variety every week if we put the ban in place. But then I think it's just probably more. It's probably more beneficial if we just let people play whatever factions they want, since same faction, like we don't need to see the same matchups or same factions every week in finals, even if players are playing the same stuff, right? Yeah. Anyways, we are seeing, yeah, we held on, we held on. Sheer numbers, the frogs and the nurglings, and the spawns managed to hold on till the end, just tanking through all the self-healing from Throat the Unclean and all the clan motor remoter stuff. I think they use the remoter, right? But yeah. Anyways, we managed to beat that, so that is fine. That's fine. Yeah, we got some really good value with the spawns, because Skavens did struggle to take them down due to their lack of specific anti-monster infantry stuff. Like they didn't have any storm vermins to start with, so like yeah. Everything else is just kind of glass cannony. Even the Morse Guitars, Hellion, and Gorich himself. Gorich has quite a bit of armor, but 90 armor isn't like that insane. And well, Festus died, but he still earned back quite a bit of value from the Rancid Visitations, and also providing some additional healing for my stuff, keeping him alive a little longer. But yeah, my opponent, I think they kind of slack off on the micro of the main army, which is why I managed to hold on to the point till the end game, because he mostly focused on the single entities. But yeah, that is it for my game here. I'm just gonna save that. That was a close one. Really hold on till the very last few seconds. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. That was a Nurgle versus Skaven. Alright, let's see what's next in our let's see what's next in our brackets. Next up is Pillar of Bone against Somir. Okay. Alright, Right, let me just find Somir and drop him an invitation code. We need to play on Pillar of Bone next. Okay, hold on a second. I just need to find him again, because I, for some reason, lost track. Okay, there we go. Alright, we chill a bit here, waiting for our opponent to show up in a bit. But yeah, in the first round, we had Khorne versus Kislev, other than our Nurgle versus Skaven. We have Khorne versus Kislev, Beastmen versus Tomb Kings, and Chaos Dwarfs versus Vampire Counts. Oof. I feel like Vampire Counts is in a really rough spot right now, because I don't know. I feel like their faction is a bit outdated. Oh, Khorne versus Nurgle. This is not great for Khorne. If I really go for the degenerate blob build. You know what? Let's not do that. I'm going for a degenerate kite build instead. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's turn everything off. And let's just get a Kill Saucer Lord of Nurgle with a Spirit Leech. Oh wait, actually no. Spirit Leech. Do I really want to do that? Do I want to just go and rush Corn with I feel like if it's Garbrandt, that means he's just gonna rampage at things and maybe I can bring out Epidemius and his defensive debuff build. Oh my god, this is gonna be so crap. We don't need that. Physical resistance doesn't really work against a Demon Lord. It only affects units if it's demonic. Yeah, we don't need that. Maybe we can just drop in let's see. Talman's Blade is kind of shit. We'll just get Sands of Sickness and bring in Kask as well for his melee defense debuff. Sword of Filth. And just bring a big chonky Uncle Franco alongside with us. Not that it's that good or anything, but might as well. And we need a spellcaster of some sort, so let's just not bother with healing and the Spirit Leech and Fate of Buna. I know Corn has spell resistance and all, but well, whatever. Yeah. Oh, immune to, well, it's not that useful. Anyways, life leeching, and yeah, we're good with the core. Now the rest of the army here. Angels of Decay, bring a bunch of bring some Plogers, and bring a couple more Plogers, a lot of chaff. Oh shit, this is too expensive. Yeah, just bring a couple Plogers and what else? That? Just throwing axes? Yeah, maybe that will work. And we can bring some regular Marauders and hope they hold on a little longer in battle than whatever. Oh well. Let's just fluff up our ranks as well with some more Nurglings. But man, we are our character core is way too expensive. So I don't expect this to go well at all, honestly. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Actually, what we need is probably no, not the riders. We'll just bring a couple Plogers and be done. Yeah. You know what? Let's just go melee rush. I don't care anymore. Yeah. Just bring those. We're going melee rush with the Plogers and Marauders, and try to melee rush Corn. Sounds like a horrible idea, but yeah, we're going YOLO, whatever. Let's just keep a couple of spawns nearby as well, and yeah, that is gonna be it. Yeah, we just go on foot with that one and bring another Nurgling unit because we have some extra funds. All right, yeah, let's just go melee rush against Corn and see what happens. I don't care anymore. Blob versus Corn is not good, by the way, because Doggo. Oh right, I forgot about Doggo. Yeah, you can tell how it's been how long since I last played in Nurgle when my mindset was still stuck in Blob against Corn is good. But no, yeah, no, that is true because Doggo. Oh shit, this character core is cursed then. Oh whatever. Well, whatever. We'll just keep them separate a bit for now. Yeah. Yeah, I just have not played Nurgle for a while. Not gonna lie. Because I don't know, I don't really like a slow, tanky faction. I like something with a bit more speed. Like, yeah, I just don't like the premise of Nurgle. Like I enjoy the plague themes and aesthetic of them. It's just the play style being rather slow and bulky. It's just not really on my alley, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll just split things up a bit and hopefully Karanak doesn't come in and kill my stuff too hard and deny me from my abilities and items too much. Alright, we are ready. There is no Karanak. Okay, my characters can just group up then. I'm surprised. Because even if there's no blob, I think Karanak is still a good call to just... Oh, corn gores, okay. Yeah, still, Karanak is still probably a good call to like hold... Alright, you three just can start going there. Alright, let's just jump in as well. We have a lot of stuff. Oh, these guys are probably gonna get hit by the Spear Slopnir soon, so let's not do that. Hey, let's jump in. Alright, Case, can you pop that? And we can jump in with some stuff. Agreed. Oh shit. Alright, let's just go in with more stuff on the side, and yeah, let's just keep fighting. Alright, everything, just have your melee defense and stuff reduced so that we can kill you a bit more effectively. We need more infantry support there, and yeah, let's just jump over and start fighting in that block there. Our Plogers are not holding up well on that end. I won't say we are doing a little bit better here. Do we have any Plago? Yeah, we can use Fate of Boon over here, I guess. Just to delete these Heralds of Khorne's Fury so that we can have a bit more resources freed up in the back line there. Alright, our Plogers on that side are getting deleted. Alright, cool. Everyone just start moving over that side and try and hunt them down. We don't have any mobility, that is a big problem here. Karanak? Could you, Daze, could you please kindly go and deal with that while I send my stuff over and help out my poor Plogers who are just getting slaughtered in melee right now. Alright, let's just go and fight that while we're at it. These two are super slow and are not helpful at all. At least we were delivering a little bit of a rear charge against the Furies, but they're not dying, damn it. Oh man! Look at Epidemia's just waddling over. He's not making any good progress at all. Right, can start spirit leeching some stuff, I guess. Alright, let's just go fight that while Case, you can go move on and... Huh, okay. Yeah, our army isn't doing too hot right now. Yeah, let's just go and send out some infantry support over on that side. We have no mobility left. Our characters are shit. Absolutely dog shit right now. Yeah. I think that's gonna be GG.
Run for it! Pestilent marauders!
Right. Can we get a heal at least? I guess, maybe? Oh shit, Spear of Slow, you just murdered them. Well, whatever. Alright, Case, you are my last hope on maybe just pushing back stuff. But I don't think you have a lot of good moves right now. Ah, shit. Okay, let's just charge them as well, since we don't really have much of a choice right now. We're getting slapped, and we're getting slapped hard. We can't even use any spells because we have used up all the magic on that Fate of Funa, which is not great against Corn, as expected. Ugh. What else can we do? Nothing really. Really? Yeah, I guess we can try to kill all at least the Regiment of Renown. But man, Regiment of Renown are indeed Regiment of Renown. They're still holding. Hey, Kokinko. Yes, you see Nurgle indeed. I was just thinking, hey, I haven't used Nurgle in ages. Might as well just give them a go. It's been a while. But obviously, you can see it's not going well for me at all. I mean, I did win one battle earlier, but in an attempt to melee rush against Korn, that was a mistake. That was absolutely a mistake. They have fully charged up the Hellblade, getting those extra weapon damage. Fecundity has charged up, but I have only these 2 units to heal. It doesn't even matter anymore. Yep, GG. And Korn has won indeed. Yeah, probably should have blobbed up a bit more against that one, but yeah. Or maybe I definitely need some mobility. GG to my opponent here, my opponent Somir, and who have managed to wear down my army with the very nice Minotaurs of Korn, cutting through my Plogers, who did rather poorly because they were fighting against Minotaurs with infantry support of the Korngors. The Korngors didn't do a whole lot of damage. This one did well, but overall they're just mostly holding the line so that the Minotaurs can focus on my units, and also giving the cavalry and missiles a bit better chance to just dish out the pain. And I didn't have any healing to mitigate the incoming damage. Even if I did, the fire damage from all those Korn assets will be cutting those by half. And of course I brought Epidemius, which is definitely the biggest problem in my army build. It was not a mistake. I brought him intentionally just to play around with him. And good to see he is still absolute dog shite. Expensive as hell, but with no useful abilities or melee power either. Yeah. For 1,500 gold, 1,350 gold for the Sense of Sickness and nothing else useful, I guess he does have some decent weapon strength. But yeah, he's still shit. He's still absolute dog shit. Yeah, no. Just no. Don't bring him if you value your sanity or value your victory. Okay, 2 other battles in the same round has concluded. We're just waiting for Pasha and Chain Soldier to be done with the Kislev versus Skaven battle, and after that we should be moving on to round 3. Oh right, Ewan Boy's stream is about to start as well. He's doing the Vermin League season 7 playoffs. So if you guys are interested, it looks like we have the 4th battle done as well. So we're moving on to round 3, and we're going up against Seagulls with Beastmen. Okay, that is gonna be tough. But yeah, if you're interested in checking out some Vermin League action, and those are definitely top tier battles of different classes of players, of different weight class of the players in the multiplayer community, and definitely worth a look. But honestly, I think if you're here watching my stream, you probably know about that. How to outblob Nurgle. Let's go. Are you really playing a blob build? Because if that's the case, I might bring a blob build. Anyways, I don't know if you have a lobby. If you don't, then I'm just gonna set one up on my end. Tourney grounds. Oh, that is okay. Yeah, let's just set one up. Tourney grounds. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. It's Nurgle time again, but how am I supposed to deal with the the Beastman mobility? Maybe I can just bring max mobility and call it a day. Is there any slowing ability on my end? I think there's one spell in the Lore of Nurgle that does that. Hold on. No? Okay, never mind. It's the army ability then. Nothing else deals with speed. Stream of Corruption. Poison does those things down. Yeah, this doesn't work. Nope. 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 And no. Okay. Hold on. Wait, maybe I can play around with some stuff. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, I'm thinking if I can play around with maybe just bring out the Plogers again. But this time I'm gonna bring Miasma of Pestilence. Maybe overcast that. Oof, no money. God damn it. Alright, let's just cut out a bunch of stuff here. And Crown of Everlasting Conquest, Arcane Condo, Miasma of Pestilence, and Rands of Visitations. Still need more. Well, to cut something. We have to cut something out. Yeah, I guess we'll just do this and max mobility. Yeah. I'm honestly not familiar with the with the Nurgle game here, so bear with me if my army looks absolute dog shit. Yeah. Maybe I'll bring the maybe I'll bring the Rotting Riders as well. You know what? I can just bring these. Take the. You know what? What I need is actually a Beast of Nurgle for their melee, the Slime Trail melee attack debuff, so that I can just give them a minus 30 attack debuff combined with combined with Nurgling Emergence. No, that's not what we want. Combined with the Miasma of Pestilence, maybe it can work, maybe it doesn't. I don't fucking know, but we shall see. We shall see. Alright, yeah, it looks like our opponent is ready, and we don't have the money for much else. Yeah, we can fit in some Nurglings, I guess. I guess. And that looks horrible, but yeah, anyways. Nurgling. Yeah, just slap another piece of Nurgle on top. I don't care anymore. Let's go. It's probably gonna be shit, but we shall see. Okay, looks like we are having a lot of replays coming in as well. Yeah, so we are gonna have some pretty fun content to cast in the after we're done with the 4 rounds. All right, Siggles and I are dropping into the battle. Taurox and Minotaurs beat this probably. How does this build win versus Gorgons? Angels of Decay must have actually against Beastmen that might not be a bad idea, but they have dirt cheap raiders and they have harpies and stuff. So probably I'll be more wary of the raiders because that's a cheap, cheerful missile to deal with Nurgle, chunky, meaty monsters. But yeah, I don't even know what the fuck am I building, but. Let's see what happens. Harry's lose badly against Angels. Okay, that makes sense to be fair, but yeah, you know what? I'm a bit more wary of the problem of Raiders, but yeah, I was just fucking around with my build anyways. So yeah, don't be too serious about this. Again, I'm just fucking around with my. Oh shit! I forgot. These Plogers are anti-infantry. Shit, I just assumed they're anti-large. I forgot it's the great weapons ones. That is supposed to be anti. Well, whatever. Too late now. Oh man, too late now. Yeah, we're just gonna go in. Yeah, I should have brought the anti-large variant of Plogers, not the anti-infantry. Big mistake. That was probably why the Plogers did so poorly against the Minos as well. Alright, I need to okay, I need to plan this out better then. Either ways, we are just gonna set things up. Yeah, these Plogers are anti-infantry. I forgot about them. Shit. Yeah, I just thought the Plogers I clicked on was the anti-lock. My brain did not function properly right now. Yeah, anyways, it's too late to regret about that. And we're just gonna fight with Plogers and Beasts of Nurgle stuck together. We're just gonna see what happens here. It's a dog shit build, and but we'll try our best to make the outcome not dog shit. But yeah, we shall see. All right, good to go. Wait. What is this kind of fuckery? I can't see shit. There's a whole army stalking. Oh shit, it's behind me. Run! 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 Alright, we'll have to pull back then. Alright, run! Run! I got bamboozled! I got bamboozled so hard. At least, well, at least some of them are alive, I guess. Man, look at the carnage on the my back line here. Okay, I can't use it right now, so we'll just have to pull back stuff. In the meantime. Orders come in. I need your help like right now. Alright, yeah, okay. We can maybe send stuff in and tie down these guys. Alright, start pushing with some of my stuff. Alright, yeah, let's just start pushing with some of my stuff while we're at it. Alright, let's just push out some of our troops over to that side while we're at it, and yeah, send him in. I've totally forgot about what to do with our some of our stuff here. Let's just push. Alright, run through the gauntlet! Just run the gauntlet, you guys. Spread that melee attack debuff, and hopefully the Marauders can hold on to the situation right now. No, it obviously doesn't work. Yeah, I'm being out-microed in every single position. That is not great at all. Not great at all.
Sent by Nurgle.
Okay, okay. Let's just keep piling stuff over there. Get some troops over there. And Nurglings are holding on surprisingly fine on the other side. Alright, cool. Just go and get some. Just kill those Beastmen, Dandagors, and then yeah, I think we're kind of holding on. It's not great, but we're kind of holding on. Stabilizing on multiple fronts, but okay, no, not these guys, obviously. Alright, let's just get a downhill charge on that side, and get some chasing going. Out! These Fogers are getting slapped.
Marauders attack!
The charge impact, I don't think it matters against with the melee attack debuff, but we'll just do what we can here and see what happens. Oh, nope, nope, never mind. Everything is breaking apart. Our army is too slow to handle the hit and runs. Alright, let's just get an overcast version of that. I don't think it's gonna help, but might as well just do something with what our resources remain on the field. Oh, the piece of Nurgle is just so slow. There's nothing to fight. Nothing willing to fight him. I think we're pretty much done here. Just gonna get kited to death. Yeah. I was prepared for a melee fight, but my opponent is not taking the fight prize. But that is a very beastman way to handle this. You know, guerrilla warfare and all that. Right, come on. Reduce your melee attack. Not that it matters. The charge bonus is still coming through. The charge impact as well. Yeah, I think we can conclude that we are losing this one. Yeah, I don't think we have much else to do here. Yeah, I mean, we'll only be down to single entities afterwards, and I think that's just gonna drag on the battle. So I'm just gonna I know it's a bit anticlimactic, but I think I'm just gonna throw in the towel a little bit earlier. Like, there's no point dragging this on until maybe my sorcerer ran out of healing cap. And then that is not gonna be any cool spectacle here. Right, throw in the towel, and that is gonna be GG to Sigil's full Vanguard deployment. Usually I try to play full Vanguard deployment, but this time I get bamboozled. And yeah, got struck from behind. Very nicely played by Sigils here with the full Vanguard Beastman army. 4 Sentinels, 4 Zanagors, and 5 Angor Raiders, and that is a lot of Sentinels. And also the groups of Wolf's Run as well. Great Brave Shaman. Well, we try to take a melee fight with a melee debuff build, but that doesn't really matter because our opponent doesn't really care about melee attack. They only care about charge impact and also missile damage from the Raider spam. So very well played by my opponent there. A really fun army build, and yeah. We got outplayed. Wood Elves? No, we don't have Wood Elves this time, I don't think. Yeah, I forgot. These are the Plogers that I should have brought in the last battle. Mistakes were made. Yeah. Alright, cool. GG to my opponent in the Sigils there. Very well played. And let's see if the other battles are done. Oh, looks like... Oh no, Pasha had to bail. So, Ender the Lion there got an automatic win. The fuck, and how is this build win versus Gorgons? I was not thinking about Gorgons. I was just thinking about, okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, well, Gorgons, I guess. Marauder Horsemen of Nurgle will have to bear the brunt of the damage dealing responsibility. And everything else will have to keep them alive to let them throw axes at Gorgons. But yeah, this build ain't gonna work here. Full mobile is one of the ways that Beastman can play against Nurgle, and it works. Yeah, I mean, Beastman is a very, very mobile army, so I would not be surprised that they are a very effective kiter. I mean, just look at all the different high-speed tools they have. One of the best light cavalry in the entire game, the Sentinels. Not the great weapon ones, but the regular ones are pretty good, but yeah, Sons of the Zantigors as well, their Protoss Shield, the Siege Barrier, and really cheap and cheerful Angor Raider missiles, as cheap as freaking peasants. I mean, their leadership is still also bad, but yeah, let's just compare them to like say peasants, Bretonnian peasants. They're 25 gold more expensive, and the stat line wise seems like the melee profile they're better in pretty much every scenario. The missile strength though, peasant bows have longer range and a little bit more missile strength, but Angkor Raiders have almost no armor piercing, so same goes for the peasant. Oh, the peasant bowmen have more armor piercing. Plus 100 gold to Santigos. Yeah, full mobile is definitely the way to go. But yeah, Angkor Raiders still a pretty like decent, cheap and cheerful missiles that can provide some nice anti-air support. And also they have stock, right? So they can't be hit by artillery, and can only be spotted once enemies get close to them. So yeah, they can be pretty neat. All right, so I think we have to wait for the other battle to conclude. Oh wait, I haven't submitted the scores. Okay, yeah, that is all the battles from the third round, and we only have Can we swap players here? Because there is somebody with a. There is somebody who got a buy round in the last round here, so I need to check. Is it Archangel, Somir, Chain Soldier, Sigils, Power Jump? I don't think I can. Unfortunately, I don't think I can change. Can I change the matchup here? No, because I. Wait, no. I'm fighting against Power Jump, so Chain Soldier. No, Somir. Oh, and the Lion is. I don't think I can change. I don't think I can change the. Yeah, I don't think I can change the matches here, unfortunately. So yeah, End of the Lion. I think that is it for your run. And we'll just take the. Yeah, I can't. I literally can't change. Like I would love to just let Enda play in my steed or against Power if possible, if I can change the brackets, but I can't. So for the fairness, I'm just not gonna mess around with the brackets or the scores, and I'll just play against Power John now, which is a Tomb King's army. Hold on. GG, well played to Sigils there, and very nice mobile kite Santiago Rohirrim built there. And yeah. Alright, we're jumping into Toothgrass Hill. Alright. And once again, we're going with Nurgle. Alright, just waiting for our opponent to show up. And yeah, we shall see what happens afterwards. Our opponent is Parajan, who is playing as Tomb Kings, which... Ooh, I have no idea how to play this matchup at all. I fear it's gonna be triple single entity constructs. That is something I am genuinely scared of. So I'm just gonna bring these testicles, a few of them, and Nurglings. Maybe I'll just try to do some Vanguard deployment bullshittery. Maybe this time I finally take some Plogers. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay. In that case. Oh, Power John has to bow out as well. In that case, End of the Lion, do you want to play? I think you're still on stream, right? Forsaken can be good. Oh well. Power John has to bow out of the 20, so at this point, I get an automatic win. I'll just get myself a tie. I don't really care. I'll just get a tie here. And yeah. I'll just get a tie. I don't mind not getting the win, honestly. So, yeah, I don't know if you saw the invitation code I put up earlier, Enda, but I'll just drop it again on the chat. Alright, we're just gonna play against Enda, who is supposed to play as... Oh no! Nurgle versus Vampire Counts! That is the grindiest matchup ever! Other than the Vampire Count Civil War. No! No! Okay, I'm not gonna bring a grind build. Fuck that. I don't want to play that. Yeah, I'll figure something else out. Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to grind. No. Alright, let's just bring these and you know what? We can try to experiment with the yeah, we can try experimenting again. Let's just bring once again take this and get something that reduces melee attack and see what happens. Miasma of Pestilence and let's see, Stream of Corruption? Nah. Curse of Leper? Nah. Yeah, we'll just bring Rancid Visitations again. Crown of Everlasting Conquest, Arcane Conduit. That's it. And hopefully the Plogers can help out here with the expensive Rotting Riders. I don't think we can bring any flyers because I am afraid of Vargheists. So I'm just not gonna take that. Yeah. And I hope the Rotting Riders can handle the pressure from all those Blood Knights and stuff. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to. I honestly don't want to deal with. Oh, I honestly don't want to do. Oh, that's. Let's just get less of these, and yeah, I honestly don't want to deal with those ton of grinding here. So yeah, I'm just gonna take some cheap and cheerful stuff on my end. Maybe I can bring Chosen of Nurgle for fun. But you know what? Nah, I can't be bothered. Oh, Chosen. Yeah, let's just take a few Chosen. And I am out of money. Oh no! Oh no! They're so expensive. All right. No Plogers then. Let's get another Rot Knight. Nah. Barons of the Bog. Nah, I'm just gonna take the Rotting Riders in. It's such a tiny Nurgle army. Just 3 Chosens and Rotting Riders, and that's about it. Uncle Ruggle? Nah. You know what? Yeah, I guess we can. Nah. Alright, what do they do here? Not really. Anything useful? Oh man, do we even have enough numbers to meet the minimal unit requirement? Okay. Okay, I think we do. I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. That's 480 units now, so far. And then... yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, we have 1 melee debuff Beast of Nurgle. Let's go. It's gonna be. I feel like it's still gonna be grindy, but at least we're not providing healing. And drag this thing out. I'm just trying out ideas, man. Don't take us too seriously. All right. Blob, yes, I am blobbing a bit, but I didn't bring healing for my blob, so I think I think I ought to get a pass for this. I think. Alright, we are blobbing. But I think our blobbing is acceptable. And I hope they didn't bring Winds of Death, because I'm just gonna be lazy and just line up my Chosen in a straight line. With some Nurglings behind them, in case they are getting recharged with something to absorb the impact. I'm not boxing, and yeah, I'll just send in this here. You can stay in there, Rot Riders, and a little bit of blob. It's such a tiny ass Nurgle army. Oh no, that's a lot of chaff. I don't have anything for that. I really hope there isn't Far Cry spam on the other side, because I'm doomed if that's the case. I'm blobbing. I know I'm blobbing, but I think this is acceptable blobbing. I didn't bring healing for blobbing, so yeah, it's fine. I think it's fine. I think. I'm just hoping the grind fest doesn't go too wrong here. We're just gonna hold on to we're just gonna try and move our troops over to the point and just hold on to it. Oh no, that's a lot of there's Far Guys in there. No! My plans of using Angels of Decay is bankrupt now. Oh. And now they're gonna be constantly on the move to try and run and stay alive. Or something like that. Maybe I can run Civilization them down a bit? I don't freaking know, man. Oh, that's a lot of flyers, Manfred! Damn it! Oh, whatever. Oh no, the Dragon's Breath attack! It's gonna kill my Chosen. Ah! 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 Oh, right, let's go. Oh, and then there's the, oh, that's Claw of Nagash. Great, great. Definitely should have put more thought into my army build than trying to just blob. Time to pay the ultimate price for that. Ugh. Okay, what else do we have on the field? Yeah, I don't think these Angels of the Decay can come alive. Stay alive for long enough. They'll have to drop onto the ground soon.
Pestilence comes. We go.
My character doesn't really care about Spirit Leeches, so to be fair.
We love the sick. Waker of command.
Alright, drop.
Thralls of decay.
Drop. Go down on the ground. Drop on the ground. Nice. Just keep shooting them. Since, well, they're close enough. Why are you not turning? Come on. Just turn around and shoot. A bit late, isn't it? A bit late, innit?
It will be done. Seas of blood.
Alright, let's just do some grinding while we're at it. Alright, retreat. Our monsters are nearby. They're kind of like a missile infantry at this point. Oh, okay. You guys come over and start shooting. Start chugging, guys.
Conquest.
Alright, you come over. Spread everything with damage, attack reduction, and hopefully they don't do too much damage here. Oh, I'm still kind of busy shooting at that Mortis engine while we're at it. Alright, we are getting damage done though, holy shit. We're everything has their melee attack reduced, which helps out. Alright, just keep chugging those Dev's head onto them. Come on. You guys can do this. You still have a bunch of... Oh.
Destroy them.
You're dropping in now, huh? Alright, cool. You guys try to fall back. We are gonna send over the chaos spawns. And the Mortis engine is dead. We are, we don't have a problem with, Mortis engines anymore. Fight that. Alright, just keep dropping their melee attack. I don't really care at this point. Alright, yeah. Just get their melee attack reduced down to 20-ish. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Thralls of decay. We make claim.
Now we don't have any healing other than fecundity, and obviously we don't have any opportunity to use it. So I think, yeah, we're holding on just fine with our melee attack reduction. I'm not gonna use fecundity unless I really need to. I feel like it's a bit much. Alright, this guy needs to get the hell out of there. We drop it on Renfred. Send over the chaos spawns to help out with it. Alright, start shooting at Manfred while you're at it. And we've got our screen going. Blob. Yes, I am blobbing, but I'm not using heals. I think I get a pass on that. Come on, man. Like, come on. I mean, I guess I have the passive heal on the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle. That I can't deny. But I think I got a pass on everything else. Come on, man. Let me have it. Maybe I can use this to delete stuff. Yeah, let's do it. The Chosen are holding on just fine. We're like trying to kill. We're trying to kill Manfred. You know what? Drop down. I'm not taking the fight in the sky here. Not with Manfred around. Alright, now come over there and Beast of Nurgle, get on. What else do we have? Alright, I think we are good. Alright. Angels can beat Manfred easily in meta, can they? Yeah, 2 good Nurgle units. That is true. I can't deny that. I can't deny that allegation. That is a very true thing. That is a very elite blob, I agree. And I'm a bit surprised my opponent didn't use any breath attacks. You can see there's still 3 whole breath attacks on it, like on their. They have almost stats of hippos. Yeah. Like my opponent forgot to use breath attacks. That is finally a breath attack going down the line, along the Chosen. Yeah, doing really good damage.
Thralls of decay. We go in fury. Onward, Northmen. On tireless foot.
And the Cryptosaurs are kind of forgotten on the other side. Yeah, my opponent. I feel like what my opponent definitely needed to do is just keep an eye on the Mortis engine, because it just got shot to death by a bunch of Angels of Decay. Almost 3k worth of damage fell, and most of that from the Mortis engine, no doubt.
Bring in ruin. Nurgle guides us. Purify them.
You know, actually, I probably should have just brought a couple Plovers with great weapons instead. That probably should have been a more fun way to play this. Yeah. And so, yeah, I probably brought too much self-regenerating items here. I mean, units. This is definitely, yeah. Right, let's go and fight Manfred while we're at it. Angels of Decay, let's go.
We love the sick. On tireless foot.
But yeah, I feel like vampire counts are. I know they have a really full roster, but I think overall as a whole their roster is still very lacking. Oh shit. Those angels really just murdered Manfred. Like, you can see here, they... VAR guys especially are so fragile. Like, you need them because they fly and has good, like, damage potential. But I just struggle to use them well myself and struggle to see them do well as either. So, like, yeah, it's just... I don't know, their monsters are just not that effective overall. And, nor are their cavalry. Like, I think they really need some fine-tuning with their units and maybe add some new tools, like more effective monsters. Because, like, Vargolf is crap. Terrorgeist has the hitbox of a dragon. I mean, a smaller dragon, but it doesn't have the damaging potential of something like a Star Dragon. And it's just a little bit glass cannony in that aspect, being shot to death from all kinds of missiles. Yeah, I just find them to be, like, Vampire Counts is just in an awkward position, I feel like. Yeah. Alright, looks like we have the whole... We have everything concluded, but, Archangel seems to have a lead on the rankings here over Segos. The Butch. Oh. Okay, let me just quickly. Right, I think that concludes. Okay, so we have a tie, three-way tie between Archangel, Sigils, and Somir. But the Bucho score is that I mean it's one of the yeah, it's one of the deciding factors of the faction wars Swiss format. Let me just quickly check. Alright, just quickly dropping a message onto the chat so that we can figure out how to deal with this three-way tie. We can always announce the rank 1 player to free-for-all. I don't think you can play free-for-all with 3 people though. Okay, let's see. I don't know what Bochos is, but I hate it. Yeah, that's I don't have. I honestly don't understand how the. All right, looks like we have a free for all in our hands. So we're just gonna hop in. Like, I'm just there to be there and fill out the gap of a free for all. I honestly don't know if this is gonna work with 4 different machines, but we shall see. Free for all and invite players. Alright, let's see what happens here. It is a free for all. We are doing free for all. I'm not sure which map to do. I feel like Lost Temple mixed best because, like, it is a rather evenly distributed map here. Is there like a more radio distributed map? Yeah, let's do Altar of Battle. Let's just do that. I'll go Nurgle. And yeah. Easy BM blob. Oh, double, the jibber jabber Gorgon build. Oh, no, not the Gorgon blob. Siggles, not the Gorgon blob. All right, let's see. We're doing free for all then. Can we go all mobile Nurgle build? Let's see. We can. I do want to play with Plogers a bit, but you know what? I'm just gonna go full mobility Nurgle. Yeah, let's go. Oh, full mobility Nurgle. Why am I doing to myself? Yeah. And then we need a lord that can survive the onslaught. Crown of Everlasting Conquest, Life Leeching, Spirit Leech. I'm just gonna hang around and drop Spirit Leech on the far side of the map, just cause why the hell not? Yeah, let's just do that, and this is such a cursed army. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring him. Bring in Chaos Knights. And bring another Chaos Knights. Alright, let's go. Alright, full mobile Nurgle army. The Nurgle harem, let's go. This is, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I mean, I still got the 2 very good units here. Fuck it, I'll just take out them. I'll just take away them. Yeah, I'll just take away the Angels of Decay. Fuck it. So, Nurgle Legendary Lords are garbage. We should just use generics to bring more units? Yeah, pretty much. Nobody really wants to use Nurgle generic Lords. They're kind of trash. Like, the most efficient way is just to go Nurgle Sorcerer Lord with a Crown of Everlasting Conquest for the passive heal. I mean, in the blob builds, you can bring Kugath. That's always a decent choice, but like, yeah. Yeah, otherwise, it's just, yeah, you'd rather just bring some, generic stuff on the oh yeah, boy. 0 funds left over. We're good to go. We're so winning this. Would be funny if I win in the FFA in the end. But yeah, we'll see. They used to be goated. Kugav is not garbage. Yeah, Kugav is the only decent one as far as I know. Everything else is just meh. I mean, Festus have their use in certain scenarios because he does heal. But Epidemius is absolute dog shit. We have proven that in an earlier game. I guess Tarmokan can be decent if he's on food and fight. Festus is fine. I don't know. He's. I mean, I did win with Festus in the first round. Oh, he's good in domination. Actually, that makes sense. Like, if there's not a lot of threats around him and he's just supported by troops nearby, he can form a pretty strong blob. Alright, we're going full mobile, boys. He's just too slow and easy to snipe. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I personally, I don't play much Nurgle, so I don't know for sure. But yeah. Yeah. Alright, we are going with speed. We have enough speed to maybe challenge Beastman. Yeah. We're staying away from the kill stall still. Like, I'm taking the fight to the Beastman and try to challenge them with mobility. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, it is free for all time. Oh man, this free for all have some pretty narrow passages. Generic and double hero Nurgle meta? It's always been that way. I feel like it's always been that way, actually. Ever since they have the Nurgle Sorcerer Lord that gives out, that brings the Crown of Everlasting Conquest. But anyways, we are, Beastman's over here, so we are just gonna deploy everything on that side and try to pressure them immediately. And we can do something like that, and something like that. Ready to jump onto the Beastman. Let's see. We can probably do something like, yeah, we're we're just gonna set up our cavalry on this side. I mean, we still brought those little blob of powerful troops here. But yeah, we're just gonna straight up jump the beastmen straight from the get-go. I mean, that's the plan at least. Alright, we're ready to go. Oh, Beastman Blob! They are indeed doing Beastman Blob. I can't fight that. No! Oh, how am I supposed to fight that with a mobility build? And that is Malagor Darkwoman. I can probably just come over and drop some Spirit Leeches on the guy. Yeah, I'll just do that then. Because why the hell not? Alright, time to back out. Oh, Flock of Dooms. No, not the Flock of Dooms. Alright. Not the end of the world, I guess. You can blob, but you can't hide from my Spirit Leeches. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go and join in on the fun on the other side. Oh, throwing axes is gonna be neat. Yeah, let's just bring out those guys here. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna bring over some throwing axes and start chugging stuff. Come on, man. All right.
Pain is life.
Right, the Spirit Lead, the Flock of Dooms are putting a dent in our bounds of power, but we're surrounding. We are delivering a surround. Alright, let's just start chugging stuff. Alright, let's just jump on those guys. And yeah, let's start throwing axes, I guess. Wait, why are you in there?
Close on the sheep.
Alright, pull back.
Bringing the rot. The north abides.
Alright, pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Run. Go back. Alright, let's just jump onto them since they're exposed right now. Can just pull back a bit there. Ow, 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 ow. We're over blobbing. We're over blobbing.
Spreading decay.
Alright, jump onto those. Alright, these guys can retreat and start healing up a bit. Oh, we're a bit busy getting shot, getting screwed over all over the place. Our mobility is definitely missing a little bit here. Okay.
Pestilent marauders. Forward. Slay them all. Move on them. Bilious brothers. Marauders of Nurgle. Thralls of decay. Pestilent marauders.
Alright, we are kiting a bit. Alright, maybe you can do some recharges on the other side. I don't know.
Serving Nurgle. They will rot.
Alright, you guys can pull out while we're busy killing one of the Gorgons on the other side. I'm gonna sacrifice some of my stuff. I'll just drop a Spirit Leech, because why the hell not?
Seas of blood. Ready to devour.
Pull back, pull back, pull back.
Sick intentions. Glorious brutality.
You can come over here and chill a bit here while my stuff dies on the other side. Alright, let's bring down at least one of the Gorgons. I have no idea what's happening on the other side because I'm not paying attention on that one. Too busy here, too busy.
Virulent warfare.
Alright, you know what? Ignore that and we start killing the next Gorgon with our mobility stuff.
Knights of Naga.
Alright, let's pull back. Come over here and drop another Spirit Leech on Malagor. Alright, kill that. Oh no!
Kill them all.
The Plague Riders are... we are a bit busy here. Oh no! The Rotting Riders! Well... I mean, they give out healing. Whatever, they'll be fine. Alright, one. We don't really have much left. Just keep running.
Defilement comes. Sorceress.
Oh, come on!
Blood will.
It's just a Malagor. Why do you let him back up in the sky? Alright, let's just kill one of the Gorgon. So at least we can say we did something on the battlefield. Yeah, we did something, not a lot. But yeah, just deal with Malagor, Dark Omen, and then we'll just chill and maybe bail out some of our forces and maybe just deal with some easy pickings if we can.
Brings melody.
Oh no! Why do you let him live? Alright, our Rushing Riders will have to heal on the far side. Malagor is gonna go off the map. Come on. No! Don't you dare come back. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. And we can go and fight the other side. Fight stuff on the other side and maybe try and abuse our mobility a bit. Come on. Alright, bye-bye! I'm just gonna go and pick up some stuff on the corn side of things. Because they seems a bit tattered. They seems a bit tattered. Maybe we can go and pick up some value on the other side of the map. Bye-bye! Oh. I feel a bit nasty here. We can maybe do some rear charges and stuff.
We are the foul.
And maybe rout off some isolated corn troops, even? Maybe?
Spreading decay. Urge to defile. Sickness.
Alright. Ouch. Ouch! The Hellforge Bellowers! That hurts, man. Alright. I mean... Beastman is still very much healthy. Okay, these are Murder Horsemen with throwing axes. I think we can try and take that one.
We are the plague.
Yeah, we're getting some value out of it.
Glorious mutilation. Here I come.
Okay, Rotting Riders are fully healed. I mean, all their surviving models are fully healed. And we are duking it out with some of these Murder Horsemen and all. With the Chaos Knights, which are not in great shape. Not in great shape at all. And our Hounds are dying. Great. Just great. Just freaking great. We didn't even get to use a single ability. Army ability. That's a bit... That is a bit fucked in itself.
Move on them. Pestilence comes.
Alright, we are coming over to fight this. Try to get some damage value out.
Knights of Naga. So be it.
Alright, we are getting some damage value out indeed. their corn gores are still a bit busy on the other side, so yeah, we'll start fighting over here and maybe kill off Valkyria as well. We killed off 2 lords. We got we should have some achievements in this kind of mode, where if you kill like multiple lords, you get like extra score or something. No, just kidding. Alright. I don't want to deal with the blob because I can't fight that. So I'm just gonna deal with some easy pickings like Valkyria here, who is a bit isolated. Ouch, that hurts. But the Rotting Riders are not as worried about this kind of stuff as the rest of my army. I mean, yeah. Yeah, just go kill Valkyria. Stop running away. You're slow. I'm sorry for being fast. I'm just too fast. Fastest in the Northern Waste. And Valkyria just keep getting pushed. Oh, that is a poor Valkyria. I know what you can do. You can just go fight the rest of the corn army. You know. Right, I'm just trying to scrap up some points for myself over here. But holy shit, corn got so much gold damage value. That must have been because they were fighting the Chaos Dwarves. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, which doesn't crumble away or anything.
Forward! It will be done.
Alright, just keep... He's just pushing Valkyria around. Come on. Just land a charge on her. Swing your sword, damn it! Just do something! I need those damage valor, come on! Oh man! Just do something! Stop just walking around! Alright, there's... Oh, these are the Slaughter Guard. Oh shit, those are elite as hell. Can we kill? And they're a little bit busy over here, fighting the Hellforge Bellower. Okay, we pushed off Valkyria. Did not kill her. That was a problem. Really? You want to fight me? You want to fight my Rotting Riders with Rotor Horses? That's a horrible idea, mate. Maybe I only have 6 models, but these are elite riders, elite cavalry. And shit, it's down to me and Beastman again. No, I can't fight this. No. How am I supposed to fight this? Even the Slaughter Guard are overloaded. Well, I'm just gonna regroup with my lord, and I'm just gonna go for one final YOLO charge. Let's just get the Crossman Reapers done, and yeah, I'm just gonna YOLO that dude in there. I don't even care anymore. Alright, let's just YOLO! And like half their HP just gone in one slap. Come on, army losses, hit me with army losses so I can just end the game and still get a... it's not like I'm gonna get a lead from the Beastmen though. They're gonna get a survival bonus. But I think Khorne would still be the winner here because they are having such a big lead in points. Dude is standing still. Yeah, we're fighting to a standstill, kinda. But yeah, the Beastman blob managed to hold on till the end. And I think that's it. That's it. Once again, the character keeps getting pushed instead of actually... Oh, well, he got hit once, I guess. So that's something. My Rotting Riders 2 remain. And that is me done. Oh, there's still the Murder Horses on the field. So they will try to score some more additional damage before they go down. But I think if they have like an... I think they get 3,000 gold. 3,000 damage value. If you survive the battle. So I think in the end Khorne will still be able to win it. Yeah. GG to everyone here, and I think... Wait, I think... Who won? Wait, hold on. I didn't check... Wait, hold on. I think it's Korn that won the... Yeah, I think Korn won in the end, and that is, Beastman comes second, I came the third, and, Archangels, Killstoff's army unfortunately just got slapped to the death. They got... That's why they got so much damage value. 14,000 gold worth. Like, because the Kadai Destroyer received those Reforge ability, that gives them extra value in the army. First FFA for me is funny. That was good. From Somir there. Somir there managed to win out in the end with Korn army, the Slaughter Guard, the most elite of infantry in the entire game, or one of the most elite infantry in the entire game, and the Korn's Bloody Fist too. Interesting faction, army choices, and a lot of Marauder Horsemen throwing axes, providing a ton of damage value, and they mostly, I think they killed off most, yeah, they killed off most of the Chaos Dwarf army, down to almost the last full center render, because like these are all very high value, but low model count units. And it's very easy if you manage to get some Marauder Horsemen onto them, surround them, and just keep beating at them, they'll just die. You can relatively easily finish off their models by getting them pinned down and surrounded and overwhelmed. While Sigos there managed to survive till the end, but he didn't get enough damage value to overcome the insane damage value from the Korn army here. I try to drag things back a bit by abandoning Sigos and just go fight Somir instead, but in the end it was not enough because Sigos survived and got like 3,000. I think it's 3,000 or 2,500. I forgot. Of damage of points. Basically, the more damage you do, the more points you get, and then if you survive, you get bonus in the end. So Sigos get the survivor bonus, but did not do enough damage to overtake Somir in the end. Because Somir did like 13,000 worth of damage value just from killing the Chaos Dwarf army. Yeah. So unfortunately, the Chaos Dwarf blob here just didn't work quite well. While I feel like everyone just brought blob build. Yeah, everyone just brought blob build. Why the hell did you guys do that, man? It was a free-for-all. It's time for memes. No, it's a free-for-all, so you do whatever you can to win in the end. And the blob build is a very surefire way to get like solid value. But because Beastman doesn't have as much of a killing power and doesn't have that mobility that Korn has with all the Marauder Horsemen and artillery, their blob effectiveness was rather limited, especially after Malagor went down to my Spirit Leeches. Yeah. Spirit Leech spam against Malagor, man. But yeah, Bloodbird Behemoth did a lot of damage. And same goes for the Butchers. These two self-heal... all these self-healing units can be quite strong here. BM Blob inside Bestigor box is peak. It is against undead, but I don't think my mobility build can take on the box build, to be fair. So yeah, if it was a 1v1 between Nurgle and Beastman, I would have lost straight up. But this is a free for all, so I just went over. I just abandoned the fight after it didn't work out. I can run away, and it's a very legit strategy here in this scenario. And I killed one of the Gorgon as well, so it's not like completely worthless, I guess, my time fighting the Beastman army, and also brought down Malagor. But yeah, with that, we can conclude this game with Somir taking the win in this tournament there. Congratulations to Somir with the win in the free-for-all, and it seems that it's his first free-for-all as well, so that is a double congrats, and that is going to be GG. I hope you all enjoy these live battles. I'm going to go into the replay casting section, yeah. Let me just quickly download all the replays. Done. And then we are going to start checking out the replay files soon. I know there's a Sigos round 3 replay, because that's just an autosave, so... Or is it round 4? I don't remember. But yeah, anyways, that is going to conclude What? Racist map? What? 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 I'm very confused here because one of the one of the files was named as racist map, and I was like, how can a map be racist? I don't understand. But anyways, we will jump in and see what happened in the map. Versus Killstolf is round 4. Oh yeah, that's round 4. I think that's fine. I think it doesn't matter what round, what name of the save file is, right? I think. But yeah, anyways, let's just jump right in and see. Wait, hold on. Right, 2 more files I need to drop in. Hold on a second. Horned Hills? How is that? Oh, Skaven, I see. Yeah, let's just jump in and see why this is racist against Skavens. I'm just curious. Is it trees and all? I think it might be trees. Yep, trees. Look at all these vegetation. They're so designed to kill to block Skaven artillery shots. Yep, that explains the name. Racist map against the Skaven. I mean, you can't hate the Skaven too much, so I think it's fine if you hate Skavens. There's no such thing as hating too much. Hating Skavens too much. Yeah. But yeah, let's just go into slow motion, go through the army builds here. Yep. Like all the flanking maneuvers that Khorne wants to perform can just be snuck through the tree line and just get into position and wrap around the Skaven formation. And those Jezzails can't do shit about it. Yep. Skavens are being hated by this map. And also the the deployment too. The deployment, that's why you always check the map before you pick your army, especially artillery armies, because the Skavens are a bit screwed in terms of long range firepower. They have rattling guns. Okay, they don't have any long range firepower, so I don't think that's a problem. But yeah, rattling guns plus 4 poison wing globes, and then surrounded by a ton of clan rats and Skaven slaves. Some red ogres for extra mass and armor piercing as well, and leading the army front and clean with a warlock engineer providing that flensing ruin support and howling warp gale in case there are flying units. On the other side for the Khorne army here, a bunch of mobility, flash hounds of Khorne in the skies, chaos furies, and on the ground a line of marauders and a single knights of the brazen throne, which is actually very good against Skaven with their charge and mass increase when they're entering that charge phase. So yeah, really strong unit against anything infantry model size that they can just plow through. There are more crushers, skull crushers on the other side, and Valkyrie the Bloody leading the army. Let's go back into normal speed here as the Skaven box is marching forward, trying to occupy that capture point. I asked him if the map is correct. He replied yes. Then we saw the map, we decided didn't replay. Wait, I don't think I set up Horned Hills on the map. There's no Horned Hills on the map. It was Toothgrass Hill, but I think you guys set up the wrong map, but it's too late for a replay now. I'm sorry. Yeah, Chaos Furies are being locked down by a Howling Warp Gale and getting absolutely blasted by Rattling Guns. But some of them manage to get close enough and can start dropping into the Chaos Furies. But overall, being hit by Poison Wind Globes and Rattling Guns, they're taking a bunch of damage. But I think most of the damage comes from the Poison Wind Globes anyways. And some of the Poison Wind Globes are then silenced because they're rather occupied by the Chaos Furies. And everything from the Khorne army is striking through. Knights of the Brazen Throne slams into the flank. They could have plowed through the Skavens, but Red Ogres are here to block them a bit there. Creature Killer and Remolder to give them a bit more effectiveness in combat, even dropping in the Red Ogre summon, really deadly summons right there, flanking those Knights of the Brazen Throne and applying the rear attacks into their flanks and stuff. And Valkyrie also trying to snipe out the Warlock Engineer. Overall, a little bit of back and forth from both sides there. The Knights of Brazen Throne getting surrounded and overwhelmed by Red Ogres, and Front Unclean himself dropping in with that Creature Killer, really cleaning up those deadly Skull Crushers, the regiment of Renowned Skull Crusher. But they also lost their spell support as the Warlock Engineer has went down to the snipe of Valkyrie the Bloody, and also Karanak is in the fray too, so he definitely helped out. And yeah, overall the Skaven box is crumbling as the outer layer of Skaven Chaff cannot really stand up against the might of the Khorne melee prowess. Skull Crushers pushing in, Marauders are pushing in as well. balance of power is still quite dead even though. Knights of the Brazen Throne trying to retreat and regroup, but Red Ogres are sticking close behind. The problem is for Skaven is they have not been able to free up their Poison Globes to keep chugging those Poison Globe right now. Oh no, Front and Clean! A 2v1 against Karanak and Valkia, who one has a really strong anti-large and the other also have really good weapon strength as well, plus magic attacks, armor piercing, and all that good stuff. So, oh, not armor piercing, but yeah. Front Unclean is getting sniped out. He is also vulnerable to fire damage, which both Karanak does not have that. Karanak does not have fire damage. Valkia does though, so that applies extra damage to Front Unclean. And I think Front Unclean has been slain. I don't see his flag anywhere else. So yeah, he's either shattered or slain. Either ways, that is a big leadership issue, big leadership spike for the remaining Skavens as they're just Red Ogres and Chaff. And you can see there's white flags flashing all over the place. They were even a while ago, but as soon as Front dies, this whole Skaven army just falls apart as they don't have the leadership to stand and fight in this desperate scenario. We can probably just fast forward from this point. Never mind, it's army losses already. And that is gonna be GG here, and a victory belongs to Khorne, rushing and crushing those Skaven Chaff, mostly just crushing Thrud. And once he goes down, there's no more leadership for the rest of the Skaven army. Everything just falls apart to the Khorne melee might. And yeah, I feel like, yeah, definitely leaving a little bit of slip up on microing Front and Clean there, and also the Warlock Engineer. There are no Red Ogres nearby to screen for them and block off Karanak or Valkia, and that allowed the two characters to just die to the Khorne character snipe. And that is going to be victory for Khorne here. Most of the damage were done by the characters here. Valkia the Bloody here did most of the heavy lifting. The other units, I guess Knights of the Brazen Throne did a lot of damage to the enemy Red Ogres, and maybe some to Thrud as well, but overall it's really just Valkia crushing, just sniping out Front and Clean, and the rest of the Skaven army falling apart, while Khorne still being relatively healthy with a lot of their units not getting hit by too many Poison Globes, who were just kind of overwhelmed by Furies and get dragged into melee afterwards as well. Yeah, GG to both players, and yeah, that is gonna be that. Right, let's start looking at battles coming in. Yeah, let's look at the battles over here. That we've seen that. Oh, okay. Versus Archangel versus the Lion. Alright, we have Archangel going for a Chaos Dwarf blob build against Vampire Count. Yeah, this is one of the most annoying things for the Vampire Counts to deal with. A blob with a lot of single entity monsters. We have the Kadai Destroyer, we have the double flying cows from the Chaos Dwarf leadership. Both are Great Tauros, I think. Yeah. Burning Head, Cascading Fire Cloak on the Sorcerer Prophet of Fire, and of course Chalice of Blood and Darkness for the self-heal. Demon Smith Sorcerer with Reforge, Plague of Rust, and yeah, that's about it. Just Reforge mostly for the healing on the Kadai Destroyer, and also Plague of Rust in case they need to reduce enemy armor. On the ground, Immortals plus Inferno God, so a lot of elite infantry, which is also something the Vampire Count struggles to deal with if they don't have something like a Mortis Engine. And this time they did not have that, as they definitely do not want to expose the Mortis Engine under the torrent of Blunderbuss or Inferno Iron Guard's fire. But yeah, this is going to come biting them in the back later. Hobgoblin Cutthroats on the flanks and the Blazing Beards of Bazarak for their explosive charges on the other side of the battlefield for the Vampire Count. In this guy's Vargheists, plus some Felbats and a infantry main formation, zombies, skeletons, and some grave guards at the back as well. Just regular ones and a couple great weapons ones for the anti-large armor piercing, I assume. But still, they're no match for the Immortals or the Inferno Gods. So this is gonna be rough. Well, Inferno Gods maybe. Not Inferno Ironsworn for sure though. But like these are just Inferno Gods, so they're less elite than the Inferno Ironsworn, but still quite a powerful melee unit. And you're saving up extra funds from being spent on purchasing explosives. So you've got a bit more funds elsewhere, and get some cutthroats, I guess. Crypt Horrors at the back, they're leading the army. It's Vlad von Karstein coming in with Raise Dead and Gaze of Nagash. Also has his usual abilities items, Karstein Ring, Curse of Undeath, and Blood Drinker for the self-heal, and a couple on corpse cards, both Unholy Lodestone. Huh, interesting. The Unholy Lodestone provides that Rigor Mortis healing. Wait, no, Unholy Lodestone healing. But it might get cut in half by the fire damage from the Chaos Dwarf, so that might be a bit of a problem. And Vlad as well, he's gonna have less effective healing throughout the battle. We're just gonna start speeding up a little bit through the marching phase as the corpse guard. One of them is getting shot by the hand grenade launchers, and the other is getting dropped by one of the flying cows. Even the Kadai Destroyer is smashing it, flying straight through some of the zombies, doing some really good impact damage, while one of the corpse guards is almost dead. Vlad needs to get over there and start fighting the two flying cows, but yeah, overall the zombies aren't making any headway as expected for zombies, and the Blazing Beers of Bazarak chucked out. Oh, they didn't chuck out any explosives. Maybe they can throw some at the Vargheists, which are lightly armored and can be quite vulnerable, or they can just save it for the infantry in the front. But anyways, Burning Head roasting a bunch of zombies and just clearing out a bunch of vampire chaff, and more vampire infantry are flooding in. However, the Immortals have already cleaved asunder whatever they were fighting, and now, yeah, they can just fight on something else like the Grave Gods, and they can most certainly beat up these Grave Gods, who doesn't have much melee stats to begin with. As for the backline here, Vargheists and Felbats are jumping in, trying to break off some of these hobgoblins, but overall not making a whole lot of progress. They themselves taking quite a bit of counter damage, while the Infernal Gods are holding on just fine. They are an elite infantry, elite defensive infantry after all, and don't really care about, well, zombies, chaff. And there's no Mortis engine for them to worry about too. Anyways, Vargheists on this flank is trying to jump and just concentrate their charge onto one Infernal Iron God. Maybe trying to break up one unit before moving on to the next, which is not definitely a wise choice here. Just trying to concentrate your army to collapse one flank and then wrap around. But the problem is, every part of the Chaos Dwarf army is a very strong component. They have a very strong stats and leadership and just holding power as well. And Vargheists, Crypt Horrors are really struggling to do damage here. Only 37 attack versus like 50 plus melee defense on the more elite stuff. Yeah, 60 melee defense on the Immortals, 56 on the Infernal Gods. Yeah, the Vargheists, Crypt Horrors, they are all struggling to do damage, and the balance of power is slowly ebbing into favor of the Chaos Dwarfs here as they're outlasting the Vampire Counts. I'm just gonna fast forward here as the Vampire Counts are getting Burning Head, and Vlad is still fighting, holding on just fine. He is a Chad after all, but not the rest of his army. Definitely not the rest of his army. Getting slapped by the Kadai Fireborn all over the place. And now the Flying Cow, one of the Flying Cows and the Kadai Destroyer are just double teaming him. He is but a human-sized model. He can't really fight. He's just essentially fighting against a mountain, a big freaking metallic mountain, bearing onto him with high heat as well. So he is just getting pushed around and ragdolling all over the place, and yeah, that is gonna be GG here as Vlad slowly but surely moves into army losses territory here, getting absolutely pummeled by the double monsters of the Chaos Dwarfs, getting some really solid value with basically all their units. Since it's a Vampire Count army, they have a lot of bodies, a lot of HP, a lot of damage value for you to cut through. So yeah, in general, for your army to be decent against a Vampire Count army, it should earn back 1.5 50% more damage value than they usually do to make it worth it, because Vampire Count's armies damage value is always inflated. I mean, when you're killing a Vampire Count army, because they throw out so many summons, so much healing, you essentially have to kill them 1.5 times just to break them. But yeah, that is going to be GG there with a very solid defensive Infernal God frontline. They're grinding through all those zombies and Grave Gods and even the Vampire Count's monsters, securing a win. Alright. Next up, we have Tomb Kings versus Beastmen. And as expected, we have the multiple War Sphinx army coming in. But we also have a Beastman Giant and Taurox himself. So let's hop in. Power Giant here going with Tomb Kings. Power Giant going, yeah, Arcan the Black with Necrotech coming in with the, wait, what is it called? Reconstruct? No, it's not Reforge. It's not Repair. What's the ability name again for the healing on Construct? Hold on. Alright, Tomb Kings, we have Necrotech with the Restore ability. Yeah, so going with a front line of Skeleton Spears, second line of Nekara Warriors with their anti-infantry bonus, and a third line of more Skeleton Warriors. Is that? Okay, no, that's 5 Skeleton Spears, 3 Skeleton Swords, so no, yeah, no army limit has been breached. And yeah, 3 Nekara Warriors, and on the flank we have some Skeleton Horse Archers as a bit of a skirmishing and scouting force. Not that it's gonna do much against the Beastmen anyway, since they do have the superior mobility and even kiting. Sphinx of Uskaf, and of course a Cambrian War Sphinx, because you can't really bring 2 Necro Sphinx at once. But yeah, Cambrian War Sphinx, so 2 big chunky constructs, and leading the army Arcan the Black with Spear Leech and Doom and Darkness against the Beastman. That is not a bad call at all. Beastman doesn't have the most solid leadership, so Doom and Darkness can be quite effective against them. As for the Beastman army, Angor Raiders, a lot of Angor Raiders and no melee infantry. Everything else is just monsters and mobility. We have the Senegors with great weapons. Are there any Dantagors? No, I don't see any Dantagors. And assuming they're ready to just cut down armored constructs with their great weapons. That's probably why they brought the great weapon variant, when it's usually less effective than the regular ones. Minotaurs with great weapons on both sides, and a single giant, leading the army Taurox the Brass Bull, and supported by a Brave Shaman of Wild with Traderkin. And yeah, that's it for the army builds now. Let's get the battle started. Taurox the Brass Bull already smacking his axes. He's definitely smacking his axes and his chest. Doing some battle cry heat, warming up for the actual battle itself. Angor Raiders moved out and start showering the Skeleton front line with arrows, but of course Skeleton front line are chaff and with shields, so they don't really care. Silver shields too, so yeah, they have a lot of protection. I mean, they don't really care about being shot at. We'll probably want to fast forward a bit, as the Beastman is just wrapping around, moving into flanking position against the Tomb King's army. Wow, oh, okay, yeah, we missed that a bit there. Giant and Taurox just slamming into the Nekara Warriors and the Skeleton Spears, doing some pretty nice impact damage. And one unit of Skeleton Spears got caught out, rear charged by the Senegors, so taking quite some damage already from impact. They are fighting back though, dragging down some of these rather fragile Senegors with great weapons, while the Angor Raiders are starting to flee. Well, wrong faction, since that is a Skaven way to speak, but yeah. Anyways, these Angor Raiders are fleeing for their lives as the enemy melee threats are closing in. Minotaurs with great weapons charges in, absolutely smacks down these Skeleton Warriors who are struggling to do damage back to this blob here with Taurox here. Dealing with multiple single entities, the War Sphinx, the Necro Sphinx, even the Necrotactus here, trying to get some, get a share of his Taurox flesh. And the Minotaurs are providing support here alongside the Giant as well, but the lack of melee infantry really is hurting these monsters, as they're being surrounded just by spears and smacked by enemy single entities. Archers, the Skeleton Horse Archers are sitting back and doing some pretty chill shooting. But yeah, Taurox seems like he is receiving the support from more Senegors now. Senegors, the Minotaurs with great weapons, they're all just piling in, trying to lend a hand to Taurox to work down that Sphinx of Uskep. Now everything else from the Tomb King side is also being brought in, even getting a... Oh, no, these are... yeah, even getting a Summon Uskapti in the mix, just to try and bail out that Sphinx of Uskep. He's trying to get away from Taurox, but Taurox is following close, though Taurox himself is getting quite low in HP, as he's eating a bunch of Spirit Leech in the process, and also dragged down in melee. But yeah, overall the Skeleton Infantry of Tomb Kings have stopped advancing, and that gave the Angor Raiders that brick they need to stand firm and start shooting once again and work down HP of these Beastmen monsters, trying to shower down the rather lightly armored Minotaurs and Giants and the Sphinx of... wait, hold on. These are Angor Raiders. They're shooting at the Beastmen. What am I talking about? They're shooting at the Beastmen forces, just whittling down the Nekara warriors. And yeah, the Minotaurs are pulling back a bit there, trying to maybe take a break. As the Giant, oh yeah, they're being slightly overwhelmed by all the infantry from the Tomb King side. The Scorpion Legion is in, the Skeleton Warriors is in. Sphinx of Uzcav have also regrouped, just fighting with infantry support and doing some really good work against the Giant, while the Skeleton Warriors are back to pushing back the enemy archers line. Cameron War Sphinx as well, but he has overextended a bit. Minotaurs are here, ready to just pin down the Cameron War Sphinx, while the Skeleton Spears are pushing in as well. Angor Raiders are back onto firing duty once again. Their leadership is holding firm, but the balance of power is slowly moving into the Tomb King's favor, as they're slowly working through the more expensive powerhouses, the more expensive monsters of the Beastmen being rather fragile. Ooh, Taurus, what happened to you? He has suffered quite a bit of damage. He's coming back for a second round. Oh no, he might just get slain by the Spirit Leecher. Yeah, I don't think he can survive that one. He has no healing, no damage mitigation ready to deal with the spell, and Torox is dead, and that might just lead to a big shift in balance of power there. Minotaur's trying to go after the Cambrian War Sphinx, but he has left the Minotaurs behind, so the Minotaurs have no choice but to go for something closer, like the Skeleton Horse Archers. Now the Giant is absolutely getting slapped down by the Cambrian War Sphinx, who has, no, I mean, the Sphinx of Uzcav, who has been staying in that kind of a quarter, 20%, 10% HP level for a while. But the Giant doesn't have, oh, I thought he's dead, but he is still there. Just a tiny bit of HP left, but yeah. He is walking away now. Oh, and of course the Necrotax Restore is coming in really handy for the Sphinx of Uzcav. Yeah, you can see the Heelcap is getting close, and that's because he has received both restores, I believe. Yeah, both restores have been used, keeping that Sphinx of Uzcav alive. Barely, but alive. And that is enough to kill off the Giant and allow it to earn some pretty solid value throughout the game. Arkan the Black just running around, dropping Spirit Leeches and just chasing down routed units, dropping in that Summon Skeleton just to break them and disrupt the shooting. And the Archers are being pushed back rather far, and they can't really provide any fire support to the front line anymore. It's way above their pay grade to cover this kind of distance. And so yeah, I think we can just fast forward here, as the Beastmen will be throwing in the towel. I'm gonna quickly jump back in just to see how yeah, just to check out how. Just to see how Torox went down that fast in the end game. He took some damage fighting the Sphinx of Uzcav for sure, but damn, I didn't see how he went from half health to almost 0 at that point though. So I'm just gonna jump back in, fast forward a bit, and yeah. Let's do some fast forward. Alright, Torox is down to half health, fighting a bunch of the Sphinx of Uzcav for a bit there. Now he's trying to fight a bunch of, he's trying to do an alpha strike on the Sphinx of Uzcav, but there's the Summon Shabdir helping out and just screen out some of these Minotaur forces and also the Skeleton Warriors. Everything is just piling in from the Tomb King side to just keep those Minotaurs and Santicos at bay. Oh, that's why Torox tried to push through and go after the Sphinx of Uzcav, but that is his big mistake. Overextending and surrounded by Skeleton Infantry, by Necro Warriors, and then the Necrotac and the Sphinx of Uzcav are just double teaming Torox, and that's how he went down. And also he was blinded by the Necrotac, by the Vambraces of the Sun, which applies that blinded effect, -24 attack and defense, coming in really handy in this kind of a character fighting scenario. Oh shit. We can't really see the damage value, so I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna jump back in one more time, just to fast forward into the end game and check out the damage value, and then we'll be moving on to the next one. I swear I'll be moving on to the next one after this replay, just to check the damage value. Alright, let's just fast forward and see. Probably just gonna take a minute there. This is not exactly the longest game, so yeah. Alright, Taurox is almost down. Alright, Taurox is gonna get chased off by the Brave Shaman. No, get escorted a bit by the Brave Shaman, but yeah, he's not gonna come back. And yeah, the double restore, keeping that Sphinx of Uzkev alive despite taking a bunch of damage from the enemy AP units. And then Taurox comes in, gets slapped to death by Spirit Leech. And Sphinx of Uzkev still alive, barely but alive. And yeah. And at this point, there's not much really for the Beastmen to do to bring this game back, and everything just gets routed, dragged down in melee. They can be pretty good. Their mobility game is really good. It's just that they're quite fragile, right? So yeah, that is going to be GG with the Sphinx of Uzkev carrying the game alongside the Cameron War Sphinx, as per usual, from the Tomb King side. While Taurox here, unfortunately, not getting a whole lot of damage value, being isolated in an overextension. Minotaurs, as usual, the powerhouse of Beastmen. The rest of the army, not so much. Mostly getting, like, the lack of infantry really hampered them in melee, as their monsters and cavalry are fighting without infantry support, without that kind of a cheap and cheerful chaff to help them take hits and give them a little bit more meat shields. So yeah, that is gonna be GG here with, oh man, those Traitor Kin is definitely earning back some value with all the single entities on the Tomb King side. But yeah, overall, it is gonna be victory of the Tomb Kings. Okay, we've got that. So let's see. Yep, cool. Versus Power Giant. Okay, Chaos Dwarf versus Tomb Kings with elite infantry in the front line, and they are not the Infernal Iron Sworn. Interesting. I would not have brought these kind of elite infantry against the Tomb Kings because of Ushabtis on the other side. The Great Bows are really good at just shooting and killing expensive infantry, but we shall see what happens here. We shall see what happens. Let's slow down the army a bit here. We are on Pillar of Bone, so it is a narrow map. We have the Hobgoblin Sneaky Skits mixed in with Chaos Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, Blazing Beards of Bazarak, and the Immortals for the front line. More Sneaky Skits on the other side, and Infernal Fire Glaives at the back, ready to do some AP missile damage. In the skies, we have the Sorcerer Prophet of Fire, and where are the and double Bull Centaur Taurox to bring in some anti-large armor piercing presence in melee power. Maybe they're here just to fight those Sphinxes, but I don't think that's the main concern here, because the other side did not really bring Sphinxes onto the battlefield here. A front line of Skeleton Warriors, second line of Nekara Warriors flanked by Skeleton Spears, more Skeleton Spears at the back, and Ushabti's melee version protecting the Ushabti with great bows ready to pepper down, to hammer the enemy infantry formations with their long range large bows, oversized bows. Oh wait, never mind, there is a War Sphinx, and that here's the best target for the Bull Centaur Taurox to fight. Anyways, we have Arkan the Black on his horseback, and that is it for the most of the army. Oh wait, no, there are still some Carrions in disguise, and one of the Ushabti great bows are the chosen of the gods. Arkan the Black has Spirit Leech, and that's it for his spell. Oh no, Fate of Buna. Okay, that's probably for those Chaos Dwarf expensive infantry, and also skeleton summons with the Tomb Blade of Arkan. Anyways, in the front line there, Skeleton Warriors taking some shots from the handheld grenade launchers of the Sorcerer Prophet of Fire, and a breath attack onto the Chosen of the Gods and the Bull Centaur Taurox, just diving into the back line, really trying hard to take out those Chosen of the Gods here, as those Fire Glaives are closing in, trying to provide some fire support. Oh, but the Blazing Beards. Ooh, the Blazing Beards absolutely deleted one of the Skeleton Warriors. Are they going to delete the second one? While the Fire Glaives are just peppering down the Ushabtis. Yep, the second one doesn't seem to be long for this work either, and a Burning Hand from the Fire Sorcerer Prophet just to thin out the enemy infantry presence, while the Bull Centaur Taurox continues to pressure the enemy Ushabti back line. Fire Glaives are sitting at the back there with the Sneaky Gits sneaking around the flank, trying to shot down some of the carrions with their precursor missile weapon. Alright, so, but, yeah, okay, the Sorcerer Prophet has stayed in melee for a little too long on the ground. Now the Cameron the War Sphinx has caught up and tried to deliver some damage against this character here. Though, the double Bull Center Toroks are nearby to provide that kind of anti-armor piercing support and quickly dismantling this poor Cameron War Sphinx, who has his armor debuffed by, what is that ability? Actually, hold on. Is that one of the Bull Center Toroks? Yep, it is one of the Bull Center Toroks. Wait, hold on. There you go. The Dark Mace, providing minus 30 armor and also reduces vigor at the same time. And isolated by 3 single entities here. Not really getting any support. You can see there's no friendly models around. That Cameron War Sphinx, it is getting absolutely dismantled in the process. But once the Skeleton Warriors are being dropped, now the Bull Center Toroks are kind of stuck in the middle of this kind of heavy mass infantry. Overall, the Chaos Dwarf infantry are doing just fine against enemy skeletons. Carrions are getting annihilated in melee by the Infernal Gods with Fire Glaives, and one of them is getting hit by a Fate of Buna. Unlike their Order cousins, the non-chaotic cousins, the Chaos Dwarves unfortunately do not have any spell resistance and will be rather vulnerable to spell magic like Fate of Buna. Though the Cameron War Sphinx has been knocked out by the double Bull Center Renders and Bull Center Taurox and the Sorcerer Prophet of Fire as well. So yeah, the single entities from the Chaos Dwarf side have pretty much free reign. There's not a lot of anti-large mobility presence to pin them down, and overall they are just winning basically in every single fight. The missile backline has been taken out, like half of it has been taken out. The Chosen of the Gods are almost gone, and the regular Ushabtis just didn't really have time to sit down and shoot. Now they're turning around to shoot at Bull Center Torok, but their front line is crumbling, their back line is crumbling, there's no mobility, no monsters, no cavalry to protect them from the incoming Sneaky Gids and big single entity monsters from the Chaos Dwarf side. And they will also get dragged into melee like the Chosen of the Gods fallen before them. Blazing Beards of Bazarek unfortunately took quite a bit of damage from the enemy missiles, I believe, but overall, there's not much to stop the rest of the Chaos Dwarf army from running in and slaughtering whatever's left of the Tomb King's forces. And yeah, the Tomb King's front line goes down, and that shall be the end of the Tomb King's army. Victory belongs to the Chaos Dwarfs, to their firepower and to their solid front line. Yeah. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised that the Chaos Dwarf Chosen of the Gods and Tomb Kings with the Chosen of the Gods and Ushabti Great Bowls didn't really focus down the enemy infantry, and the Immortals, the Fire Glaives, and the Blazing Beasts just got into melee range rather intact. And yeah, is it probably better? Is it probably better just bring spam? I'm just thinking whether it's probably better to just spam 3 Ushabtis, one of them the Chosen of the Gods, and just keep firing and focusing down the infantry. And while the skeleton infantry moves back and do a little bit of kiting. But of course it is Pillar of Bone, so there's not a lot of space for kiting. Yeah. And the Chaos Dwarves are just doing just fine. There's nothing to threaten them. Like, they have the flying single entity and the double Bull Center Toroks to just YOLO themselves into the enemy backline pressure and the Chosen of the Gods and the Ushabti. While there's not really anything designed to deal with this kind of single entity blob. Like, if there was a Sphinx of Uskav, it probably could have fared a lot better, especially with the fire resistance here. But yeah. It's just too much for one single Cameron War Sphinx to deal with, and then the Chosen of the Gods were just left to the mercy of the single entity spam, who were just pushing straight through the skeletons and reaching those Ushabti with Great Bowls. And yeah, the infantry did okay, just cutting through a ton of enemy skeletons and all. But mostly the damage value were done by the Sorcerer Prophet of Fire and a bit from the Bull Center Torok. The Fire Glaives did help as well, providing that solid fire support. These ones are on the left, so they were shooting at those Ushabtis for sure. And just shooting at whatever getting close to them. I think that they also killed off a whole unit of carrions on their own, which explains a bit why they have more value. But yeah, anyways, that is it for this one. We're moving on to the next Beastman versus Vampire Counts. Oh, okay, I think we can fast forward this one. Not gonna lie, because it's just gonna be double Gorgon bullying poor skeletons. Oh, yeah, I think we're just gonna fast forward this one.
Slaughter them!
Alright, let's fast forward. Oh, actually, hold on. We haven't go through the army builds. For the Vampire Counts, the front line of zombies, and then second line of Grave Guards, one of them, the halberd ones. The newer ones with anti-large armor piercing. One of the zombies is a type with extra HP and melee stats. And in the skies, the far guys with Felbets, providing some aerial presence, and one single Crypt Horror leading the army Manfred on the Hell Steed. So nothing too insane here, just here for the spellcasting abilities, I guess. Gaze of Nagash, Invocation of the Havoc, Raise Dead, and Van Hell, Stance Macabre. But yeah, overall, skeletons. Oh, there's no skeletons. Zombies are clashing into the enemy double Gorgon build here. For the Beastman double Gorgon, the front line of Angor Spears, some Senegals with great weapons. Some of them are the Senegals of Teen Xanthagors, providing some solid armor-piercing mobility, and Groghoof's Wolf's Run. Groghoofs of Wolf's Run with their poison-throwing axes and perfect vigor. And yeah, okay, let's just go back into normal speed here. Leading the army is a Bray Shaman, Great Bray Shaman of Wild with Traitorkin and Traitorkin only. And as the battle begins, the Gorgon just tramples a bunch of zombies, and the undead really have nothing to like counter them right now. Vargei's jumping onto some Senegals, but then they're just getting rear charged by more Xanthagors. They only have 2 units, and there are so many more Senegals on the field. So whenever they charge down, they're destined to be exposed to the rear charge of some more Senegals coming in for help. And yeah, they're just taking more and more damage. They're rather glass cannon unit. After all, very low armor, low melee defense, and just getting charged to death by the enemy mobility. Overall, the zombies are holding for now, since the Anglo Spears aren't exactly the best damage dealer, but here comes the Traitorkin just hitting everything in the vicinity, draining down those undead units, like the Crypt Horrors. And whenever the Vargeist lands, there are more Senegals ready to jump in and tie them down, pin them down in melee on the ground, and surround and overwhelm them in melee combat. Yeah, and well, you can see some Angor slowly bricking, but here comes some very methodical psycho charging from Sigils here. Taking psycho charging and bringing in some nice impact damage every time, slowly pushing the balance of power in their favor, because most importantly, their biggest presence on the balance of power, the double Gorgon, are almost untouched. The Vampire Counts unit struggles to do damage to them, and at the same time, they're constantly healing with their strength from flesh ability, as long as they're engaging in melee, just eating and fighting at the same time, even if that's undead flesh. Who am I to judge their diet? Beastmen can eat whatever they want. But yeah, those Crypt Horrors are getting slapped right now with the anti-lock of the Gorgon. Angor, the Senegals and Angors are still holding on just fine. We're using their numbers on one pocket there to try and overwhelm the zombies, but mostly it's just the psycho charging from all the Xanthagors and the double Gorgon going through all the chaff. I mean, there's not a lot more to say at this point. It's psycho charging from the Xanthagors, and then the double Gorgon just bullying everything around them. Yeah, throwing axes are still there, just chugging axes out at the most juicy target nearby, which are, in this case, the Grave Guards with halberds, which is also something I guess the Gorgon needs to be more concerned about due to their anti-large presence. Overall, there's a one Banshee here, providing some cheap terror, and which is pretty nice against the Beastmen. But yeah, overall, the double Gorgon is just unstoppable. There's nothing on the Vampire Count's army right now to counter them, at least not on the Vampire Count's army on the field. So they are just free to do whatever they want, while constantly healing at the same time, and the vampire counts are struggling to do damage, and they regrouped reorganize forces of the Beastmen mobility, the Sandigors and the Angor spears. They're free to just regroup and just go after the closest, weakest vampire counts units, while the Gorgons here forming an anvil, forming that linchpin to hold on in the middle of the battlefield. But yeah, a little bit of mistake from vampire counts here, forgetting to capture the point. Finally they managed to do it, but yeah, it's... Wait, hold the fuck up. Why is it green? I don't know what happened. Why is it green when it's the... Wait, why is it green here but red here? I don't get it. Alright, anyways, I guess it's just bugging a bit. But either ways, Gorgon is... one of the Gorgon has their heal cap in sight, but they're still healing, and there's no way for the vampire counts to burst them down. The vampire counts are running out of infantry chaff and monsters at the same time, as they are taking more and more attrition in the battle against the Zandigors, the Angor spears, and the double Gorgon. So not much to say there. Unfortunately, the double Gorgon is the bane of vampire counts after all. And it's really, really hard for them to take them down. Like, they don't even need to do that much damage. They're just there regenerating their health and keeping the balance of power high. And yeah, Zandigors did really well. Cycle charging down, just wrapping around and overwhelming the Vargheists wherever they go, getting that mobility advantage to move around and delivering a hammering charge. Really nice job from Zygos with all the micro with the mobility. Oh, even one of the Zandigors with great weapons as well. Just that unfortunately for the vampire counts, they are just not quite equipped to deal with the double Gorgon build, which is something you definitely have to always keep in mind when you're playing against vampire counts as playing against beastmen as the vampire counts. You always need to be careful of large single entities that can heal. Well, I mean, you don't exactly have the tools to deal with them, but you might as well just do some preparations and mentally prepare yourself to get trampled by them, and hopefully try to win out on other aspects of the game. But yeah, overall, very nice stuff from Zygos with all the high damage value performance from the Zandigors and from the Gorgons. Alright, next up we have the Demon's Tongue with a Dreadquake Mortar. I don't think I banned the Dreadquake Mortar, right? Yeah, I didn't ban the Dreadquake Mortar. Maybe I should. Maybe I should ban the Dreadquake Mortar, because we've seen it be doing ridiculous stuff in one of our older videos before. But yeah, overall we have the Dreadquake Mortar with the Demon's Tongue of 5 Sneaky Gits, 2 Orc Laborers, and 2 Great Bull Center Renders. One of them the... Hold on. One of them the Hashus Dark Ravagers. These are great weapons, Bull Center Renders as well, which is really good against enemy monsters. Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits and Drazuav to Ashen leading the army with Flames of Asgore, something we haven't seen in a while. And we have a Demon Smith Sorcerer of Metal coming in with Reforged to heal that. Oh wait, no, there's no Demon's Tongue. There's no Dreadquake Mortar. That's just a Demon's Tongue. Okay, never mind. Either ways, that is a Demon's Tongue, and just the train. And just the Demon's Tongue, Flamethrower, no Dreadquake Mortar artillery train, but still very deadly with their Flamethrower attacks. And yeah, that is it for the army build on the Killstorf side. For the Khorne side here, front line of Marauders of Khorne here, supported by Bloodletters of Khorne, and well, a lot of Bloodletters on the flanks actually. So a lot of infantry power, but I'm kind of worried how are they dealing with the Demon's Tongue. There's also the Hellforge Bellowers ready to just hammer the enemy formation with their multi-volley shot anti-infantry vortex. Chaos Furies in the sky here, and leading the army Volkia the Bloody. And that is it for army builds here. I guess the best bet for Khorne against the Demon's Tongue is Volkia the Bloody. But she has a lot of stuff to do here. She has to kill Drazuav, she has to kill the Demon Smith, she has to kill the Demon's Tongue. And she also have to do all the anti-large against the Bull Center Renders. So I honestly don't know if she has what it takes to bring victory to Khorne at this point. I mean, I guess I'm setting my conclusion a little too early, making my conclusion a little early. But oh wait, so there are some great weapon miners that I missed out. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. they're slamming into the front line with the Hellforged Valorous. I'm quite surprised they don't sit back and fire a bit more. But either ways, the Marauder front line is absolutely terrified by the presence of the double flying cow, and then the Sneaky Giz as well, just charging into them with those anti-infantry bonus. Yeah, but either ways, the Sneaky Giz themselves took quite a bit of damage and will be retreating. Though over here, it's a bit of a bumper car battle. Hellforged Valorous versus the Demon's Tongue, and the Demon's Tongue seems to be taking the upper hand here as the Dark Ravagers are nearby providing that support. And of course the Flamethrower really helps as well. So yeah, Drazov is diving in. Valkia is in the fight here trying to take down some of the enemy Bull Center Renders, but Drazov is in trying to aid their minions. But a great weapon, Scarblood Wrath. I don't really see the guy in the fight. He is just kind of meh, honestly. But we'll see if he does a bit better in this fight. Oh, wait, hold on. He did receive 0 value. Yep, that's right, 0 value, despite like 1/3 of his HP gone in this fight. Yeah. Best performing Khorne unit for sure, right? But yeah, Scarblood Wrath and Scarblood Wrath, Khorne Bulls, and Valkyrie are fighting in this pocket with some Bloodletters nearby. But the Bloodletters themselves are running low in health, being plowed through by the Flamethrower or Demon's Tongue earlier, and now it's just fighting in a battle of attrition against a lot of high-powered entities, the Bull Renders and the single entities as well. While over here, Bloodletters having no problem fighting Ore Laborers and Sneaky Giz, but the problem is like the meteor bit of the Khorne army. Alright, meteor bit of the Khorne army here is falling. They don't have a lot of good tools against the large models here. And they don't have a lot of anti-large tools other than Valkyrie and maybe that one Khorne Bull unit. But all of them are just being overwhelmed by the sheer amount of Bull Renders, including some anti-large great weapon ones. And then the Demon's Tongue, which is a very strong Flamethrower unit. Even if it's in melee, it does good damage as well. And yeah, Drazov also helping out and just beating up this pocket of Khorne troops. And they are losing a lot of their staying power. Like the Bloodletters and all, they are fighting fine, but you don't really need them right now. Like Demon's Tongue alone can probably run over all of them if like the Killstop player is on. Yeah, if Archangel here is on point with his micro. So yeah, the Hellforged Bellower is running. Yeah, it's running away here since it does not have any infantry support in the vicinity. Scarblood Wrath is getting dealt with, and Valkia is dead. And that is gonna be GG, as the main staying power, all the characters and monsters of the Khorne army, it has been dealt with. Okay, let's check out the army performances here. Drazov of the Ashen, 1,500 gold worth of damage value. Pretty solid performance. The Demon Smith Sorcerer of Metal didn't really do much here. But yeah, the Demon's Tongue got solid value, and the Bull Center Renders as well. Even the not anti-large Hush's Dark Ravagers. They just shove a bunch of anti-large and elite units right into the face of these Minotaurs, who try their best to fight on, but there's just too many Bull Center Renders and too many big flying cows in the fight. And Valkia can only do so much, and of course the burnt effect from the Demon's Tongue also lead to an earlier rout from the Khorne army due to that leadership debuff, -8 after all. And yeah, Bloodletter is theoretically good against the Chaos Dwarf infantry, but I don't think that is the main concern for Khorne in this battle. Like, you want more throwing axes. I probably would do that. Yeah, they can deal with like big monsters, they can deal with flying monsters, they can deal with whittle down those Chaos Dwarf trains as well. So definitely I would say it's a better call to bring throwing axes than so many Bloodletters. Like a couple of them were barely touched in the fight. And those that went through a fight, one of them earned back their value, but the others not so much. Yeah, I feel like Khorne infantry are just in a weird spot, unfortunately. They're so infantry focused, they don't have a lot of other tools. Like, I mean, no, as in, the infantry are good in melee, but that's about all they get. And in the multiplayer meta, infantry is just not exactly something you need to, to carry your game here. Because they can't pick their battles. You have to wait for the opponent to give the battle to them, and that makes you loses your initiative. Oh wow, what is this cursed double giant army against and a lot of hobgoblin firepower at the same time? That's like 12 missile. That's 13 missile units, no? I guess hobgoblin sneaky doesn't count as a ranged unit, I guess. Okay, we'll watch that later. I'm looking forward to this one, but yeah, we'll check out the Kislev battle first. Pillar of Bone with Skaven Rattling Gun box once again. Now that is it. You don't see that a lot. Alright, let's hop in. Chain Soldier was once again going with a ton of Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats just to spam a box around. 4 Rattling Guns, no Poison Globes, which is quite a surprise because they're pretty good against all kinds of Khosar infantry. And other than that, and even enemy cavalry as well. But yeah, anyways, let's slow down a bit. I guess, yeah. If you're bringing Rattling Guns, might as well just cut one of them and bring a couple of Poison Wing Globes, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, anyways, Red Ogres for mass and some armor piercing, leading the army of Thorta and Clean, once again supported by Plague Priest with Pestilent Breath and Vermintide. So a little bit of AoE damage and a ton of summons. And yeah, Thorta and Clean here coming in with Remoter, Creature Killer, and Beast Pack for the Red Ogre summon. On the other side, for the Kislevite army, a front line of Armored Khosar, second line of Kislevite warriors, and a bunch of winged lances and things in the woods, ready to penetrate the enemy Skaven box, which is rather fragile. More winged lances at the back, and an Ice Witch of Tempest for some bombardment with the Hailstorm. And also, more importantly, Hooks of Mizkal, the discourage effect of -16 leadership, is quite lethal to the low leadership Skaven. And yeah, that is it for the army builds here. We can fast forward a bit and get, as the 2 enemies are closing. Well, the Kislevites are closing in on the Skavens, and as you can see here, that's why nobody really uses Rattling Guns. They misses so much. They misses so much. It's very spectacular to see the fireworks, but they're just so shit at doing damage. Well, actually, they're suppressing the Armored Khosars, which is slowing down their advance and just making them suffer as they try to move up. Which is just not bad, I guess, but I don't think it's doing as much damage as the Skaven player would like to see. And the Rattling Gun also taking some damage, I assume, from the Armored Khosar's pistol. Now they're turning around. And wait, what happened to the winged lances on the side? What damaged them so much? Is it really just because of the Rattling Guns? Okay, I guess they did get a good angle. But yeah, anyways, the Kislevites, the advance of the Kislevites are on the way. Everything is just piling and trying to advance through the enemy box and charge into the backline. But a little bit of a mistake with the... Oh, there are some Kislevite dervishes, but yeah. I feel like a little bit of a mistake with these things in the woods and cavalry here. Probably should have sent one of the... Okay, they forgot about the wing lances at the back, which can be a really neat unit to just walk around and hit the Rattling Guns at the back. Not that it matters a lot right now. This Clan Rats and Skaven, like Clan Rats in the middle, are mostly being ignored as the Kislevites are just sitting back and using their pistols to shoot down the enemy Rattling Guns and focusing the micro on the flanks here, as they're just standing in those wing lances, penetrating the enemy defenses and getting into the rear of the Skaven box. Things in the woods also still fighting in the middle of a bunch of Skaven slaves and rat ogres. And yeah, the Skaven box is kind of in a disarray, though. This Forgotten Wing Lances is quite lethal right now, because it could have been doing so much stuff here, like either charging some Red Ogres or just running down the Rattling Guns and bringing that Skaven balance of power down even more, but right now they're just sitting there idle, not doing anything. And by the time they come back and do something, it might be too late. The Council God, lobbing a bit too much against the Clan Rats here. And, a nice Hooks of Mizkal though, doing some nice damage to the Clan Rats and also nuking down their leadership. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And forcing them into an earlier... Wow, that Skaven
Fire Red unit just got entirely, Skaven Slave Spear just got entirely annihilated, and they're not even a summon. That Host of Miska was brutal. But yeah, at the back there, Snow Leopard jumped, and still duking it out and gained some, this little tiny pocket of Skaven Slave Spears and Red Ogres, but it has disappeared due to the summoning timer running out. Ice Witch is trying to disrupt the enemy backline, but there's not much of a backline for the Skavens anymore. It is down to the Red Ogres and the Council Guard to carry the day. Here comes a Hailstorm, trying to bombard the enemy halberds. I think it's an overcast, probably a bit of a waste of Winds of Magic, I think. Probably just a regular cast and just keep dropping onto the Council Guard. Just overwhelm them with sheer attrition damage. Probably be enough, but anyways. Both sides had a lot of routing units scattered across the battlefield, but the Kislevites do have that mobility advantage to activate some of them to go after weakened and isolated pockets of Skaven units. And these Winged Lancers are still being forgotten at the back. That is a painful mistake. It could have been doing so much right now. Just jump in and charge the Red Ogres, provide support to the Ice Witch, or just recharge a bunch of weakened Clan Rats and free up their Kislevite Warriors. Right now the Kislevite Warriors are moving up. Some of them has freed up from combat and now going into trying to screen out those Red Ogres and yeah, just trying to provide some support to the Ice Witch. But overall, yeah, the Winged Lancers are still being forgotten, still being left at the back. While the Ice Witch is almost dead, she has triggered the Bar Blood effect, which is a bit of a problem because there's no more Unbreakable from now on for her. And this might become in as a really fatal problem if she gets low leadership again. Finally, the Winged Lancers are being remembered, but it might be a little too late at this point. It is full health. It has not seen combat at all, but it has so much to work through. There is a quarter health of a Council Guard. It has a lot of Clan Red bodies, Red Ogres. It got so much to do. I don't think it has what it takes to bring this game back. Especially, oh no, they didn't deliver the charge. Oh, never mind. They probably delivered the charge against the Red Ogres. Can they bring this back? Can this one unit of Winged Lancers bring this back against the Skaven, who are slowly wrestling control over the battlefield? Okay, never mind. Frota and Clean is still being very much healthy now due to his regeneration and is working down the health of the Ice Witch. It might not be long before the Army Losses kicks in. Yep, Army Losses kicks in. Everything seems to be triggering that Bar of Blood now. Or they're just straight up shattered now due to Army Losses. And yeah, that is going to be GG. Yeah, I think the Kislev army definitely had an advantage in this matchup, I think. It's just unfortunately We'll jump back in and check again. Hold on. We'll jump back in and just quickly look at some bits that I want to like quickly go through, quickly talk about, and quickly check, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I want to see what happened to the Winged Lancers on the other side. Oh, they were just... Oh, they move up and just kind of got forgotten there? Oh yeah, they moved up and kind of got forgotten there. In front of them. Oh, no! The damage from the Rattling Guns. Okay, that actually makes sense for the Rattling Guns to do a lot of damage because... From what we saw earlier, the Rattling Guns are missing the shots overhead, just firing above their targets. But because they're firing at something on a slope, if they fire overhead on the first target, they can probably hit something behind because the unit model behind them is positioned taller than the unit in front of them. So like everything flying over the first unit model can probably hit something somewhere at the back. Plus, these are horse models, so they have higher unit models and bigger hitboxes, so making it easier for the Rattling Guns to just strike them. And oh no, the Kosovo Dervishes, both of them just okay. Yeah, I feel like Winged Lancers, both of them trying to charge into this pocket of Skaven infantry might have been a problem as well, just kind of blobbing up a bit too much. Like the Kislev Warriors should have just jumped in here while the rest of the mobility walk around. And while the Kosovo Dirtfishes are being pinned down by Red Ogres, this gives the Winged Lances and the things in the woods a chance to just get through the defenses. But alas, it was too little too late at this point. And everything, a lot of the Kislevite pushes was basically bogged down. They did have a little bit of an interesting push in the beginning, pushing back some of the Rattling guns with their pistols. But yeah, and also forgetting that Winged Lances. That's like 800-900 gold gone from your army, which could have been really handy to do some rear charges, slamming into the clan rats, and maybe just charge one red ogres and whatnot. So yeah, just forgetting that one Winged Lances. Quite painful indeed. And after this, it's gonna be the last replay for the day, and we shall conclude the stream. All right, let me just quickly make an announcement in the Necro Clan Discord about the tourney, and yeah, while we wait for the game to finish playing, and so that we can drop into the army ending screen to go through the army performances. Alright, cool. Alright, okay. That should be it. And that's done with the announcement on the Discord channel, and we are moving into the army performance screen where we can check out the Ice Witch doing a lot of kills over the Skavens, just plowing through with the Frostworm, but unfortunately the rest of her army doesn't really do enough to break down the Skavens, especially that Forgotten Winged Lances. Getting that one single charge, getting so much value, but unfortunately they are just activated way too late, and these two Winged Lances are kind of being wasted, being thrown into a frontal charge onto something as worthless as Skaven infantry, and then just get bogged down in melee. And that was quite unfortunate. They should have spread out and tried to do some flanking and rear charges, but overall Skavens have held their ground, and I was surprised how much damage one of these Red guns did against the Winged Lances. Just from firing overhead and somehow landing shots behind their intended target. So yeah, the Skavens basically held their ground. Their Red Ogres traded well as they get the charge onto the enemy Winged Lances, Armored Cavalry, and just drag them down in melee. And Thought Unclean. Just a rather tanky, survivable lord. Alright, that is gonna be our last battle here, and we're just gonna jump straight in with Sigos going with a 5 Angor Spears, 4 Great Weapon Centigors, Grokovs of Wolf's Run, and then we have the Great Weapon Minos, 2 Beastman Giant Malagor, the Dark Omen, no doubt coming in with a Block of Doom again. On the Chaos Dwarf side, we have Archangel going with, that's a double Infernal Castellan build. A lot of missiles, actually. 5 Sneaky Gits, 1 Cutthroat. 4 Hobgoblin Archers with their Fire Archer, which can cut down the enemy Beastman Gorgon healing if they want to, but looks like there isn't any Gorgon in this battle here, so the fire damage doesn't really come in useful at all. What else? But either way, it's still cheap, cheerful, relatively cheap missiles. They're a bit expensive, I would say, but either ways, Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders with spears, so a mass Hobgoblin army. I'm not seeing any Bull Centaurs or any Chaos Dwarf on this army here, other than the characters. Double Castellan, which are decent missile characters, unfortunately just not as good as an engineer of the Empire with a repeater gun. But yeah, anyways, Inferno Castellan, who does decent in melee as well, and this guy's in the Soul Sword Prophet of Death with Spear Leech and Fate of Buna. That is it for army builds here. Malagor definitely just coming in with Flock of Doom. Okay, the Pendulum as well, which is actually a pretty good call against the Chaos Dwarf infantry if they have armored infantry that needs a bit more oomph, a bit more shock damage to break through. That might be worth it. But anyways, the Gurkhovs of Wolf's Run getting a little too close to the enemy here. And already receiving a volley from the Sneaky Gits, but that is actually a probably good trade for the Gurkhovs of Wolf's Run. They only lose like one model, and whatever little damage they take can be healed back, other than losing that one model. So like not exactly the biggest loss for them. While they themselves just baiting out one volley of the Hobgoblin Sneaky Git shots, which mostly missed. But now the archer is starting to fire at the enemy spear herd with shields. And Malagor just flying in close, dropping those Flock of Dooms, and then quickly trying to back out of there. But yeah. Bit of an... Ooh. I did not see those Vanguard deployment of Thanagors. Maybe... Yeah, the Thanagors are Vanguard deployed on the flanks in the forest, hidden away. And quickly jumping onto the unsuspecting Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits. They were totally surprised, and the rear charge absolutely obliterated them in an instant. And more Senegals are coming in ready to fight. Hobgoblins managed to get recharge onto the Senegals with great weapons here, but they themselves taking quite a bit of damage in this kind of melee attrition. And yeah, they're just going to get overwhelmed by spears and group hooves at the same time. The double giant has moved up and now smacking those poor Hobgoblins. Hobgoblin cutthroats are coming in, but they're not going to hold for too long in front of two giants, I don't think. The great weapon Minos have slammed in as well, trying to break through those cutthroats. All those Hobgoblin archers are trying their best to dish out damage with their fire arrows, but unfortunately their backline is completely exposed with not much mobility there to stop those Senegals to absolutely obliterate them. I mean, even if there are some Wolf Raiders in the vicinity, they seem to have been charged by the Senegals there and are losing out in that melee trade. And yeah, the Senegals have been unleashed upon the Chaos Dwarves, running straight through all those Hobgoblin infantry there. And I think that is going to be a pretty quick win as far as things concerned. I should stock Ravagers are trying to hold. Oh, I missed out on them, I guess. And managed to get a good charge onto the Minotaurs, and yeah, with the Archer's fire support, break down one of the Minos, but that's just the first of the many units that they have to kill among the Beastmen roster. Beastmen actually losing out on the balance of power, I'm surprised. I guess it's because Malagor getting a bit low, but overall they seem to have the control over the battlefield. The key characters here from the Chaos Dwarves are still rather healthy. Hush's Dark Ravagers are rather healthy, but they have lost out most of their infantry support. Sneaky Gits are coming back, but yeah, the Senegals have free roam over the battlefield. And I don't think the Beastman has the Chaos Dwarf has what it takes to bring down the rest of the Beastman army. Like, they can't regroup their whatever forces remain after they have routed. They don't have any mobility. Oh, Fate of Buna, nasty. Not only deleting a bunch of HP on this Gurkhov's unit, but also killing a bunch of their models, and I think that is going to be the end of their unit. 7 models left and taking a ton of damage from the Fate of Buna. And yeah. But there's still the double giant here, ready to trample some Chaos Dwarves. Inferno Castellan are still there though, and that is a bit of a problem for the Beastmen for sure. How are they supposed to kill these foot characters who can just stand apart from each other and poke down the giants from afar? We shall see, we shall see. But right now Beastmen are just focusing on their mobility advantage, running down whatever's left on the battlefield, on the Chaos Dwarf side, whatever tattered remains of their army. just to try to get that advantage in balance of power. Okay, they are sending in some Sentinels with great weapons, trying to work down the HP of the Inverted Castellan. Let's slow down a bit. Saucer Prophet of Death trying to jump in and save the Castellan, but the double giants are coming in as well and slaps him in the back and did some pretty big damage. And then the Saucer Prophet of Death will be escorted away by the Sentinels here, and the other Castellan also. Other Castellan also bogged down in melee, while the Harshus Dark Ravagers overwhelmed by Xanagors. Xanagors? Yeah, all Xanagors, no Xanagors here. Overwhelmed by Xanagors on all fronts, and that is going to be the end of the Harshus Dark Ravagers. That is going to be GG. That is going to be victory for the Beastmen. And yeah, looks like the Xanagors really carry the day here. They are indeed one of the best light cavalry in the game after all. And not that their armor piercing is needed in this scenario, but still, a very effective use of the Beastman mobility from Sigils. Very deadly micro on his end for sure, but yeah. And the Killstove unfortunately not having anything to challenge the mobility game against the Beastmen. Their backline, all these archers, are pretty much left to slaughter by the Sentinels. And that is gonna be the end, as yeah. The Killstove tried their best, just not quite enough to bring this game back. The Saucer Prophet of Death with the Fate of Fina can deliver some deadly damage with the flying cow as well. Just unfortunately, the rest of his army not quite holding their own or carrying their own weight. And yeah, that is gonna be it for today's stream. I hope you all enjoyed this weekly multiplayer battle. And yeah, that is gonna be all for today. I hope you all had a great time, whether you have been playing in the tourney or just watching the tourney. And we are just gonna end it here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Tactical Lich signing out. Alright, yeah, also I assume Human Boy SS is doing his Vermin League playoff stream right now, right? So yeah, go ahead and check out his stream. And yeah, that was gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Tactical Lich signing out.